Oh no, my iPad.
It's actually over there.
It's okay, he'll get it.
Hello.
Hi.
Chair, and join us in the alcove. Here with episode 36 of our homebrewed 5th edition.
When you put your head above it, it's blurry.
Our homebrewed.
That's starting.
Our homebrewed.
You told me to.
Our homebrewed 5th edition D&D campaign, the Chaoslands.
I thought that was scripted.
Oh no, it's. I'm gonna have to go fix that. Continue.
Technical difficulties.
I hope you can hear me.
We're totally
Yes, we
ready
can hear you.
and prepared.
As always, before we start, we have a handful of quick announcements to get through, so let's do that, and then let's get to the point. New year, new us. We're changing our streaming schedule to Mondays. That's today.
Hey.
That is today.
Instead of Wednesdays. Going live at 7 p.m. Eastern, hopefully.
That's the plan.
Ish.
That's right now. Don't look at your clock.
Change is not scary, guys.
We'll be going live on both Twitch and YouTube, with VODs available immediately after the stream ends. You can follow and / or subscribe to both or either of those to get a notification when we're about good to go live.
Yeah, we're good.
If those systems work.
You can see that.
While you're following us on the streaming platforms, you'll also find links to all of our social media accounts, our Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Go ahead and follow those for all the latest news and schedule updates, as well as awesome character art, profiles, and other fun things. We're hoping to branch out a little bit more this year with some more content, some more board game stuff, just in general. And we'll be posting updates to that on those social medias whenever we're planning to go live. New year, new us. New year, new us.
Oh my god.
Getting
New
intense.
year.
I'm scared.
New us.
Also, a big shout out to Syrinscape, because Epic Games need Epic Sound.
Let's change it to the other arm. New year, new us.
So you're gonna be opposite.
Oh, Scott.
Everything is.
Syrinscape is a digital app with a collection of amazing sound sets and music that we use to improve the ambiance of our game and stream. If you're looking for a way to improve the immersion at your RPG table, go check them out at Syrinscape.com.
It feels wrong. I don't like it.
That was
I don't
weird.
like it.
That was
I hate
weird.
it. I hate it.
It's so delayed here.
We also occasionally use music from Critical Role's Welcome to Taldore and Welcome to Wildmouth collection albums, as well as some royalty-free music courtesy of Riot Games. Links to those will also be found below. In the future, we will add those there. I know it's been a while. I'm glad to get back into it. Before we get started, I just want to say one thing for a couple of brief moments, very quickly.
Hashtag open. Yes.
Cool. Alright. Unless you have anything, that's all the announcements.
That was hashtag deep.
Yeah.
Previously
I
on
got goosebumps.
Wait. Previously on.
the Chaos Line.
I forgot what I did last time, so I think I've done that one before.
Yeah.
I'm a disappointment.
It's okay. We all know this about you.
It's the second time already today, Joe.
The Iron Well,
That's us.
after successfully restoring power to Ward 6 of Schema, began to track down a way to free Arkmir from a magical vow placed upon him by a very influential and powerful man, Ezekiel Miro. However, the sudden disappearance one morning of your companion, Astra, led you into a strange and surreal series of events. You were accosted by Riftwalker Theodore Constantine, aka Teddy,
Just doing Christmas shop.
who mentioned you all changing things in the past, and he took you with him to the pocket plane of a powerful archmage named Tisha Trasana.
That didn't happen.
She explained many rather grandiose and confusing things to you, only to be surprised as a different future version of Astra appeared alongside you. This Astra claimed that this timeline was going to be a bit different, and summarily dispatched of the Timekeeper, not only killing her, but erasing her from having ever existed.
Who?
Alongside any recollection that you all would have of conversing with her.
What?
Meanwhile, the real Astra, current Astra, whatever you might want to call her, Astra Prime,
Astra 2.0.6.7.89.
and her friend, the boy on the other side of the wall, worked to get you all out of the plane
Hester.
and back to Schema. You eventually found yourself returning back to your home, your city, and familiar grounds, reappearing shortly before you had left, in Ward 2. You traveled the rest of the afternoon catching up and thinking about what to do next, and ended up having dinner after a long day at the One-Eyed Welders, a rowdy and rambunctious pub in Ward 6 that was clearly celebrating the recovery and reopening of the ward.
Oh.
As you all stumbled out from the bar, I'm going to fast forward a moment and say that you found rooms to stay in near the vicinity, in one of the overnight dormitory houses at the ward. And you wake up the morning after a long rest, feeling a little bit refreshed in this small, cramped quarters room with a couple of beds taken over for the night. Some of you also wake up a little bit hungover and bruised, particularly Timon. More accurately, with some scratch marks from a choice encounter with Cran, the tabaxi, or half tabaxi, at the bar. You don't remember much of where he and his friend ended up.
And not
He doesn't like you. I don't like you.
Question DM.
Yes.
Was there something about a vision that we had in our sleep?
In
that
your
night?
dreams, you did have a vision, but it was just the vision that Tisha had given you.
Which was us going different ways.
And that's a race now?
No, that's still there. That's there as of this night. You had that. Astra, you didn't have that dream.
Oh. FOMO.
You caused the dreams.
The morning in Ward 6, there's no windows in this small cramped room, so it's pretty dark. You all come to... What are you doing?
Did you all get some good rest? How are you feeling?
I don't know. I feel like I slept with a cat or something. All these marks, they sting.
You might want to apply some ointment to that.
Have you got anything I can use? Thank you, friend.
We have some expired flour that could close it up for you if you wanted.
I
Wait.
need that.
Oh, 4.
This is a rainy day.
Expired baking.
Remind me not to eat anything Astra gives us.
Other than the cut marks, I had a bit of weird dream. Felt like when we met, but not. Like going off a different way than Schema, but still with what's her name again? Forgot. The dwarf woman.
Cause not
I
Cassandra.
Oh, I'm gonna
had a
forget
I had a
Hey.
scrap
Are you
for
talking
a
about-
board date. Karana.
Ah,
It was just me, her, and the rest of the caravan. You weren't there. You weren't there.
is this what
Neither
you
of
wish
you were
would
there.
happen?
No, it was just something I dreamt.
That's weird. It's been a weird few days, but I also had a bit of an odd dream that it was just as if, for whatever reason, I ventured in a different direction and didn't cross paths with you. I didn't think anything of it, but
Dream or nightmare? That sounds awful.
I mean, mine was normal. Mine was just...
Inside check. No, it's not.
Mine seemed normal. Mine was just me working in my workshop. So I thought maybe it was because I was missing home a little bit, but didn't seem too out of the ordinary.
Were we there?
I mean, I was working on my things, so you might have been in the house with my father. I don't know.
But not in the dream?
Well, you could have been in the dream. You just could have been in the house.
Yeah. Did you dream that you were off on your own, not with us?
Yeah, it was no different from my last vision.
Vision.
Or, well, the vision that we all had. But the dream was the same. I was, again, just
Swimming in money?
well off.
Yeah.
Player talk real quick. We don't really remember having that first vision, do we?
That's
Because
the
that happened.
old vision.
The old. Oh, sorry.
This is for like, way
Never
back.
mind.
Maybe we should just start.
We had
He
those
just used
visions.
he just used the same
Swimming gold.
Fake story.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the dream was...
This time was the real story.
Fair.
What about you, lass?
I didn't have any dreams, but if I tell you what, if I did have a dream, wouldn't be off doing my own thing. I'd be with my friends.
You don't have
My
dreams?
so-called friends who I have dreams. I don't know. Don't remember what I dreamt about last night. Sounds like your dreams are all stupid anyways. I don't want to have dreams like that.
I mean, you did go off on your own in the real world.
Very rich of
I-
her to say that, right? Like, what's going on?
Selfish.
she appears very jealous of our dreams.
I'm not jealous of your stupid dreams. Sound more like nightmares. I just don't dream of like not being with you guys. I don't know.
That's nice.
Anyways.
And how are you feeling? Has any been affected anymore by the
Nothing.
curse?
Nothing yet. I don't feel like testing it yet.
Probably
but-
better that way. I think it's safe to assume it's still there.
Yes, very much so.
Unfortunately, we spoke earlier, couple days ago, about a potential option that I may have had. I believe it would have been very similar to what Lady Garnet tried, so unfortunately I'm back to square one on that foot.
On that note, what are your thoughts on?
Well, correct me if I'm wrong, but Lady Garnet, she entertained the idea of having us attend her party and hoping to have, shoot, I'm blanking on her
Lyra.
name. Lyra Lovelace come and maybe brokering some kind of deal that would leave me at least potentially free of this curse.
Do you think that Lady Garnet wants Lyra dead?
Not yet, at least. Not anytime soon, is my guess. I think she maybe sees a use to her. But it's maybe the combination of Lyra and Miralar that is a very scary thought.
They are a very powerful combination. It is scary to think about what they could accomplish if they wanted to do something.
I don't recall if Lady Garnet was she going to reach out to Lyra, or was that?
I think she may invite, but on that invitation alone, I don't know if Lyra would attend. I think she wanted us to perhaps broker a more enticing invitation, a reason for her to attend.
I just don't know how we'd reach out to Lyra, well, other than obviously your abilities.
So, last we spoke with Ezekiel, he told us to come by to accept reward for Hazarek. Hazarek. He said he would they would remove the curse upon you. Now that was also before they knew that we went and spoke with Lady Garnet, which they are undoubtedly aware of. So that's something that we need to consider. If you want to go there, they could already have assumptions about what might be going on.
Have assumptions, they may. Yeah, I don't know how much we'd be able to avoid in that conversation with them.
I mean, it could be facilitated that we're trying to broker a peace between all this to just make sure that there's no more bloodshed. I don't know if that's something they believe. I mean, I think that is what we're trying to do, right? I don't think any of us want to be in this blood feud between potential leaders of the city.
Not particularly, no.
I'm rather enjoying it.
Sharpening a knife over there.
Elbow, fire, background.
Yeah.
But big one.
We need to make that happen.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, we're just caught in the middle of this mess.
Unfortunately, it's your life that they have a hold on, so we'll follow you with whatever you choose, but I think the decision is ultimately yours, depending on how you want to handle this.
Sorry, how many days away is this party?
Don't
Less than a week,
remember
I think.
exactly. I think it's like less than
A couple
week.
days. Yeah, because it was like a week away when we were. Where are we? Can't remember. but
What are we
yeah,
playing
It's sometime this week.
I think it's in like 4 days or something like
All
that.
I know is it's Monday.
It's Monday.
Well, regardless of the choice, I don't feel like we should trust Lady Garnet and her proposition seemed odd. Like, she wants Mirror dead, and there's something between her and Lyra. I don't know if she wants to harm her or like recruit her or whatever, but she can't help you. She tried. She couldn't. She can't help you. So, what incentive have we got to help her? It feels like it's just going to tangle us more into this mess. And the city is at a bit of a boiling point right now. It feels dangerous. With Harriet gone,
Because it doesn't really quite feel like home at the moment.
and like suppose a revolt in the
Yes.
council, and
Don't even really know who to trust, yes.
I think at this
people
point,
going into hiding. Didn't Livet start go into hiding
They
or
did.
something? Like,
at this point, I think I'd like to
feels weird.
maybe get us out of just the middle of this. The only reason that we're here, obviously, is because of what I did at Miralars.
What we did, you weren't alone.
But I do agree. While Lady Garnet has her own intentions, that may only prolong how we are involved in this entire situation. Going back to Miralar, maybe that does provide us a way out. Maybe it frees me.
We did keep our end of the bargain.
We did. And if there is any questioning there, well, we can just leave it all out there to know, but clean our hands first. And if he is a man who appreciates, honesty and truthfulness, then maybe there is a chance that we can just get out of this.
You gotta promise if we go, you don't go pushing any buttons. I mean that literally.
Preferably
not
avoid a few
figuratively.
mirrors as well.
What's that?
Avoid a few mirrors if possible as well.
We can always go ahead and look for reflective surfaces.
There is a small chance he asks you for more. Are we prepared to handle that?
Well, at this point, I mean, he prides himself on being a man of his word.
We did what he asked.
Did
At
exactly
least it
what he
should get
asked.
the thing out of your head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think what you mentioned there about honesty is key. I think we got caught in some lies or half-truths or just some hiding of the truths, lying by omittance, and he caught us in it. He has a way of getting that out of people, and I think if he catches us in it again, it won't go well for us. So if we go there, we just have to be aware that is there, and if it comes to it, we may have to speak of the conversations we've had with Lady Garnet.
That's always been my best policy, to tell the truth.
And I mean,
We need to work on that a little bit.
the information that we have, we don't have to surrender that freely.
No.
That, Lady Garnet clearly has a beef with him and wants him dead. Like, this is something that we can use in our favor.
She has
Also,
her
probably not much of a secret, to be honest. He
That's-
probably knows he has
But
enemies.
we could tell him that she was trying to recruit us to get Lyra to the party.
We could use it as a bargaining chip.
Exactly.
She has her own agenda. Doesn't mean that we're necessarily a part of it.
But if we tell him about her agenda, then we may be cutting our ties with Lady Garnet.
We don't really have any ties.
There's
with
not
her.
much of an agenda there other than
But they said that there's like destiny, because you and Lady Garnet, you kind of look like you could be siblings or something. But like they said,
I mean, that's racist. Just because
Because
he's
they're
a
both
red
red.
tiefling and there's another red
No,
tiefling. They're
they
not
even
related.
Said, they
our
even
time
said,
and learned a lot over
No, they even said
That's some time to reflect.
cat instilled some things.
You guys, I'm not being racist, I swear. Because they said that tieflings with similar appearances, it's not always due to like being family, but it's due to being destiny. So maybe it is her destiny to help you. Because you guys do kind of look a lot alike.
I mean,
It could be, but that said, it's just
I'm purple.
I think
mix some blue in there.
there is some kind of connection there with Lady Garnett, but at this time, I don't know. I care more about what's here right now.
Oh,
Timon, in your time in Cornwall, you have definitely encountered tieflings before. Red skin color, fairly common. Pitch black eyes, not common. Normally you have either glowing orange eyes, like almost like a flame inside of them, like a little pinprick of flame, or just normal eyes. Like,
Did Lady Garnett also have like the full black eyes?
yeah.
So
Only
did,
the coolest.
So
people.
did so did ambition.
Black eyed
Yes.
thieves.
Fuck boy.
Except I don't steal. But
I mean, you also had full black eyes.
we are brothers.
From another one. Yeah.
I could tell by the hair.
But I don't say that. I don't say anything.
Yeah.
I think, if I was to give my opinion, I think the best bet is to go down that route of telling Miralar, well, letting him ask the questions per chance, and then we fill him in. But I think you're right. We did meet his end of the bargain. We delivered him Hezeric. At the very least, he should own that and take the thing out of your head. If we have to do another job for him, well, we'll discuss that at the time, but...
And maybe we don't just offer the information about Lady Garnett only if he asks.
That's what I just said.
Yeah, but
Great
I said
idea, Astro.
That is a really good idea.
Oh, okay.
Just fueling that fire inside of people.
Wow, big one.
Feeling
You
her
have
really coming in hot.
to, you have to start having your own ideas, man.
Sorry.
So
She must have said it before or something.
obviously, priority number one is to, get this clear of you. Where do we go from there? I mean, that's obviously number one, but it sounds like none of us really want to be a part of this war between these two
Except for
leaders.
the big one.
Except for the big one.
I've thought about it.
This is your city.
Is it even my city anymore?
I don't know. I don't.
Sounds like the artificers are in shambles. There's different people on the council. Everybody I knew or loved is either disappeared or hiding.
What about your father?
I don't really know what his plans are anymore. He's retired and he's quite content in his home as long as he's safe there, which right now there's no reason to believe why our house would not be safe. I set out to try and find an answer to the power problems, and we've sort of hit a bit of a milestone with that.
We're dead.
Yeah, but also we've kind of already hit a bit of a milestone with like the whole power problem.
That's true too. That's true. You should write a book.
Yeah.
You're so right.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
It's
You should
probably.
listen to her more.
It might not be exactly what you want to hear, but I think given the tangles we keep finding ourselves in, I think whenever we visit or connect ourselves more with your father, we put him at risk as well. And if he's trying to live a quiet, retired life right now, I think perhaps our presence, at the very least, us. I'm not trying to
Well,
say
I've
keep
put
you away from your father.
I've put myself in so many different dangerous scenarios in the last couple weeks. I don't even know if me being at my house is safe for him, so there's still so much we need to learn about the Red Storms as well.
On that topic, I feel like we hit a dead end in the city. Like, I've asked everybody that we encountered. Nobody knows shit.
So you want to go to Icefall too, right?
Icefall? No, I was thinking Sylphia. Like, somebody said, I don't remember who, but somebody said that, like, it's a city where They can see the storm like
I believe they're
above
under
a ceiling of
ground.
glass.
Ish.
There's no guarantee
don't
that they know any
actually
more
know.
than we
We don't-
do.
yeah.
But
No.
to your point, I mean, they may be experts in the field. It would at least validate the assumptions we have, the things we've learned, and yeah, maybe we could learn more. If that's
I agree with you. The only thing I don't want is to be involved in a civil war. There seems to be a lot of unrest here, and
Something's brewing and it's not spud brows.
I also would like to learn more just to find out where Harriet might be, or where your sister might be, or there's so many things we don't know, and if the resources here are dried up, then perhaps we venture to the next one that might have answers. That was my idea. Don't claim it for your own.
I wasn't gonna say anything except what you just said. So, do we go to Ezekiel and then pack up?
Seems like it might be the option.
sorry. We are
We're
in
currently
Ward
in Ward
6.
6.
Just
Right near
close to 1.
Ward
just
1.
near the gate.
We're at One-Eyed Willie's.
So, the other thing that I had mentioned when we were passing through here, and we didn't have time to stop, but
Where is the mission?
at least I don't think we did.
Blanco?
Kleinko
Oh,
knows more than he lets on.
right. And we are way over here.
I don't think we didn't go visit him.
You walked past and you saw
Yeah,
Constantine.
Teddy. They're Constantine leaving.
Yeah. So it depends. That could go nowhere. He may not want to tell us anything, or
He doesn't seem like the willing type to speak,
Oh.
and I know he doesn't get along
On
with
the
some
edge of
members of our
Ward
group.
I don't trust him.
That
I don't.
Trust you?
Kleinko.
But
Oh, he is. I do need to visit Klinko.
well, then maybe we should.
I mean, we're gonna pass by his.
and
place,
my
so
uncle asked me to collect the debt.
That's true. At the very least, we can.
maybe
do
he has
small
more
amount of business
items.
we don't
We are
need.
fresh out of those cards.
Piece of shite.
Potentially, we could buy more of those cards if he has them. They came.
You could wait outside if you want.
No.
So maybe that's our first stop this morning, and then
Try to
head to
control myself.
Muralars. And if everything goes well, we
Or at least
Probably
venture.
won't get to
The
Middle
venture in
Earth
that
the same day,
direction.
but in
It'll
that
take us some
direction,
time, but
yes, I just
Probably
mean-
end up fast forwarding sometime.
I just mean the list of things we're going
Yes,
to be doing, not
yes.
necessarily today.
Yes.
But Clankos, hopefully get the thing out of your head, and then I guess we venture away from Schema for the time being.
Speaking of thing in my head, do you have a Tylenol or Advil?
I do.
oh no!
I do in my bedroom.
Oh no.
Good luck, Derek.
Where is it?
In the bathroom on the counter.
Side mission.
Yeah.
Side quest.
Yeah.
If there's anyone that can slip through.
You're so skinny. You got this. It's too far.
Interesting to see what this looks like.
It probably won't do much.
I usually-
It'll shift us.
I
That's
usually
it.
have some on my backpack, except I left my backpack at home.
This thing in your head seems to really be affecting you.
You just method
In
acting.
the bathroom on the counter.
Just method acting.
I went too far.
There's that lemon meringue pie. Went straight to his head. Gotta eat. Let's all take one. Pass it on.
That's cool.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, I was wondering why our camera was...
Yeah. That's good enough. That's good enough.
Close.
Yeah.
That's good.
That's fine.
Oh.
There you go.
I'm back. Don't worry.
Oh, they're just clear.
Yeah.
We're good, we're good.
Rainbow.
All right.
Anyways, yes.
Side mission complete. Do we level up? No? Damn. Okay. So yeah, I mean that seems like the
The way that you're putting it, we may not come back this way if there was any final things you needed from your home.
I wouldn't mind stopping by and saying not goodbye, but
See you later.
pardon him, yes. It's not goodbye, it's see you later.
Okay, bye.
Maybe he has something we could use or any more blueprints or anything like that, but I wouldn't mind stopping by. Even if it's just for 5-10 minutes.
Do we go to Ezekiel first and then Spark Eye?
We won't be coming.
It's
It's
that's
the opposite side of the city.
Oh, right,
Wait,
right, right.
what?
He's in Ward 3.
We're
Just
closer to Spark
kidding.
Eye, so we could probably go
Clanko,
Clanko's,
Spark
my
Eye.
father's, and then
Then Ezekiel.
should probably grab some food on the way. Maybe an ale?
Definitely. I wonder if I can carry a small kick.
You totally
Probably.
could. Look at your muscles.
I mean, I could also carry it for you, and then there's just a tap on my back, so you just...
Definitely need
Just a little
that.
rubber.
We can craft some blueprints for that.
We need that contraption for sure.
I think you're the right height,
It's like one of
too,
those
where you
beer
don't
caps,
even...
but it
No,
just
it's
plugs into
perfect.
that keg.
Alright, shall we?
We shall.
Alright, on to Clankos. We'll grab food
Grab
here
food and then
at
have
the
the
tavern
taverns.
at One-Eyed Willie's. I'll have sausage if you have it.
And water. I absolutely need water.
As you're about to head out.
Uh-oh.
As you're about to head out, you got something? Oh no!
Oh,
He's convulsing.
yeah. Start filming right now. No.
You all head downstairs. So you're heading. You spent the night at a dormitory. You aren't actually at One-Eyed Builder
We can
because
still
there are
go to
no
One-Eyed
beds
Builder,
there.
that's
That was a
fine.
bar.
Do they serve breakfast?
At One-Eyed Builders?
Yeah.
As you head downstairs, you notice that at the dormitory at where you were staying, it's actually pretty empty. It seemed like most of the rest of the people have kind of already gotten up and gone to whatever their training or classes that they have. You settle up. One of you pays the 2 silver for the night for the room that you had.
Barkeep.
I can do it.
Barkeep.
There's nobody here.
Tavern keep.
Yeah.
Keep.
Innkeep.
Keep going.
Still hungover here.
Do you know a tabaxi named Kran?
No.
Shit.
It's. Do you remember the scuffle nest last night?
No. You're not at the same place where the fight happened.
No.
Because
Right.
that place doesn't have beds. So I just fast forwarded to you actually staying in.
Yeah, Time, if you're talking to the wrong people, your hangover will cure soon.
Oh. Rats. Forgot. Never mind. What? What is the place that we went last night? My memory's failing me.
One-Eyed
As you
Willie's.
head out of the door of the dormitory, you can see just down the street a restaurant, and you recognize the large iron building with the window up above where you had been to eat.
Oh, it's so bright. Do you guys mind if we go back there to try to get some food in the belly and
When
want
we
to...
left, were we kicked out or was it?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think you guys had a proper night. You went upstairs after the fight
Okay.
and stuff
Yeah.
and kept drinking and then
Yeah, I
eventually
think
headed
food
out.
would be a good idea. Might not be breakfast food, but I'm sure they serve something.
I feel a little bad about the guy that I hit. I don't know, it felt to me like he was saying something about, oh, I'm a disappointment and something. I didn't want to make him feel shitty. I just wanted to, trade some punches and get the blood flowing.
Well,
But-
you clearly did. You got quite a few scratches everywhere.
The boxies have sharp claws. But I don't know, just wanted to
I have a quick question for you.
leave
all.
some.
Your magic items, make sure you attune to them. If you want to tune to them or change your attunements.
I don't
And
think I
you
have
should
any.
also tell me when you're attuning or unattuning for a magic item because I keep track of that.
Oh, can I attune to my Staff of the Timekeeper?
You can.
Does that do anything for spellcasting for you? Will that be your spellcasting modifier?
Yes, because I remember in the last session you had asked if she was going to
Okay.
do that to
So you're gonna
change
use that as your
to
spellcasting?
Yeah.
infusion.
So
I
I'm
gave
going to
you back
change
the
my
magic
infusion to... Do you use a thing? Focus of some sort?
So what do you have on
What
the
is
list
it, your
for
staff?
me? What do you have?
Or your...
No, it's a thing I have wrapped around.
So you have
It's
one?
like
Okay.
it's like jewelry kind
Boots
of.
of
Oh,
Spider-
yes, you do have
I'll
the boots of
take that.
spider. Yes.
So I will attune to his gauntlet thing.
And
It's really it's kind of like a bracelet that wraps around. Under it actually is sometimes under bracers, but it is I wrap around and then it's
you
kind of
have
always in
the
my
two
palm.
things now, right? The ring of necrotic resistance and the shield of
Alabaster
alabaster chain shield.
shield. Yeah.
Yeah, I have that.
can I say I attuned to Midnight Longsword? Probably not gonna use it, but
Yeah,
it's
you
got
can.
nifty.
You're attuned to it.
And I don't have to look like a fool using it.
Yep.
Perfect for my
Can I
stuff.
tune to that magic item I have?
Yeah, I don't have anything.
Yes.
Can I use my stuff as like I know like I have all these bonuses, but is it also just a focus for
Yeah.
my other stuff? Okay.
Do you want a +1 to your
it-
rolls, or the other option is I can make my thing an enhanced weapon for +1 bonus attack and damage rolls.
What would it grant me?
You gain +1 bonus to spell attack rolls. In addition, you ignore half cover when making spell attacks.
I mean, I don't attack too often, and even when I do, most of the time it's.
Okay, so I'll remove
Speaking as a
that.
player, they make a save.
Okay, I will remove that infusion, and I will. I don't think I need the enhanced weapon, so I think for this next infusion, I'm gonna do enhanced defense. So it gains +1 AC while I'm wearing the armor.
Nice.
I'm actually gonna put it on my shield.
We finished a long rest, right?
Yes. Well, I mean, you finished it.
I know, but I didn't record it before. I still had all my spell slots like gone from the previous.
Now my AC is 17. You need to know that because I have enhanced defense infusion.
Exhaustion level 2.
Nice.
What does that mean for me again?
Your
I
feet
don't
are still
have I
out.
don't have disadvantage on attack rolls and saving throws anymore. I'm still slow, and my ability checks are bad.
Cool.
Just
Are you still at disadvantage of anything, like
On
with
ability checks.
exhaustion?
I still have 2 levels of exhaustion.
2?
Yeah.
Even after last night?
It's been a while.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
I feel like it's been like
That
3
day was a
months.
very long day.
It was
Very long day.
Cool.
Okay.
So yeah, we got food. Do all that.
Astra, when you attune to the staff, you notice that the purple sand at the top of the hourglass, it stops flowing.
Oh. It stops flowing?
Way to go, you broke
It was like perpetually.
It's perpetually flowing.
Okay.
It broke.
Oh,
You already broke it?
I can look at it later for you if you like.
Thanks.
I don't know.
Do you
what the
want
hell
me
I'm
to
doing, but-
unbreak it?
No. No, it's okay. I think, actually, I think it's working. I think I see some of the sand. We should go.
Alright.
Remember when she just said that she lives by telling the truth?
Heard that.
You make your way towards with the one-eyed welders for some breakfast. You open the doors, like the swinging double doors.
Saloon
And you
doors?
find
Are they saloon doors?
no. You swing open the door and you walk into like the main room. It's fairly empty. There's not that many people around. There's maybe a couple of people still nursing a hangover and like grabbing a drink as like a hair of the dog type situation.
Is Karan the Tabaxi around?
Kran is not around.
What about the big friend?
You do recognize a Furbolg, a taller, sort of pale
Yep.
white-ish fur creature with like a longer-ish nose, humanoid creature. He's kind of sitting at the bar. Actually, no. When you come in, he's looking around, and he's just like rummaging through the corner of the room, and he's just like looking, and he accidentally like walks past one of the people who are sitting at the table and like nudges them, and the guy's just like, "What the fuck are you doing, man?" Just like keeps looking, and it seems like he's looking for something.
Is he friendly?
He does not notice you.
Does he look friendly? Does he look...
Make an insight check.
Arkway. I'm gonna put Vigilant Blessing on you. I'm gonna give you a Vigilant Blessing. It gives you advantage on initiative rolls.
Oh,
Until I say otherwise.
okay.
21.
Oh,
21 insight.
21.
I was gonna roll something. He doesn't notice you at all, and he doesn't seem very like angry or anything. He seems like flustered, and he's looking for something. But
And I recognize him as like the guy sitting next to Kran the previous night.
yeah,
Alright, I'm gonna walk up to him.
yep.
Hello.
He like looks up and then looks down. Oh, hello there.
Hello. We met last night, I think.
We did?
We did. You had your friend next to you, Kran.
Did you find my pipe anywhere?
Your pipe.
Yeah, I lost my pipe here last night.
Like a smoking pipe?
Yeah,
But we long?
bit longer.
No.
Pipe.
But I just wanted to say, Kran seemed a little depressed last night, and I don't think I made him feel any better. I feel bad about it. So, do you mind giving him a message?
Sure.
Just tell him that he's not a disappointment, and that he's got 5 ales paid for at the bar.
I'm not gonna tell him that.
Why not?
We're not, like, we're friends, but we're not that close, and I think he would, maybe misunderstand that a little.
So,
Look,
can
we
you just
just-
tell him that he has some free
We
beers
just
at
met
the
like
bar?
a week ago.
Can you tell him that he has some free beers at the bar?
Okay, I can do that.
Alright. And I walk to the bar.
If you find my pipe, just leave it at the bar for
Sure.
Piltover.
Good luck.
Do I recall ever seeing this pipe?
Your passive perception's good.
I
But
was
you are
pretty
exhausted. Just make a perception check.
I'm still at disadvantage, but I got pretty good.
That was really nice of you, Timon. I'm proud.
Oh,
Ooh.
25 with disadvantage.
Very nice.
18 or 19.
You recall that at one point in time throughout the night, he had gone up to the bartender and left a package with him. And you think it might be the pipe, but might be something else for safety thing. You don't know. But he'd like dropped something off because he was like, I'm too high. I can't see straight right now. I'm gonna leave this somewhere where it doesn't get lost. You kind of remember them having that conversation.
Okay. So after you finish that conversation, if you're walking over to the bar, I'll just kind of join up with you and just mention, by the way, I heard him going on about a pipe.
Something about the lost pipe a wee long.
I can't say for certain, but I do recall last night him leaving something with the bartender. I'm not sure what it was, but he was in quite the state, so I don't know if he remembers that. Perhaps the bartender would remember.
Sure, I suppose it doesn't hurt to ask. Oi, barkeep.
Aye? He looks at you with the one eye, the other eye patch. And you can tell he's also kind of hungover.
Have you got some paper and quill?
Not really.
You had nothing for me to write a message.
Not really.
I mean, I can provide you it if you just want to.
Sure. How much would it run me to leave a few pints of ale prepaid for a friend? Like, let's say they want to prepay
Just-
five ales.
Just pay me for 5 ales.
How much is that?
10 silver.
And gold. The shitty on this place. All right. I pull a gold and slam
Are you
it on
buying
there.
us breakfast too?
No. And I write in the paper, like in large cursive font, Karan, you're not a disappointment. Diamond. And I fold it and say, if a tabaxi, all black, very sharp nails.
It wasn't black, but you can.
Now who's the racist?
God damn it.
He had red hair, like pale light skin, like a little bit of like furry
let's
marks.
just
He
say
was
that-
also a half tabaxi. He wasn't even a
He was
full
talking to
tabaxi.
Fran the whole time. Have you seen Fran?
Do you
He's drunk. He doesn't
how
remember.
do you correct me? Howdy.
Huh?
Do you correct me?
Are you actually saying that?
Yes, I was saying that. It's the boxy, all black.
No.
His name is Karan. If he comes here, do you mind giving him this message? And like the 5 L's are for him.
Oh, Krantaka, yeah. His buddy's here. He can. And Pilko just kind of
No. But I just
he
want to
continues looking.
leave it paid. So just give him a message, and it's here. And whenever he comes to claim his beard, I already told his friend.
Okay. And if he doesn't come, it's fine too, right?
Sure.
Okay.
I mean, I leave another gold for the innkeep. What's your name?
Welder.
I trust that this will make it good for you as well, Welder.
Wait,
Right?
the one-eyed welder's name is Welder?
It's One-Eyed Welder is the welder apostrophe
I
S.
do have a possibility.
One-Eyed Welder is the owner of the bar.
Does he have one eye?
Oh yeah, that's
Yes.
dark.
I thought he was a
Yeah.
welder.
No,
I didn't
his
know.
name is
That's what I
Welder.
That's a much
How
less
dare you.
interesting
Ah,
story.
yeah.
I don't like that anymore. It's boring. Yeah.
Welder, here's for your trouble, alright? This is for the ale, and this is the message. We're good?
Sounds good.
Perfect.
Can I get you all anything?
Yeah,
food would be great.
food.
I'll have a Shirley Temple with 6 maraschino cherries, please.
Oh, this
What's that?
time last.
What? What?
Need water.
It's
We've
morning.
got ale. Ale. Water.
Water, please.
Water.
Okay. And some breakfast.
Be great.
Whip up some bread and toast and eggs.
They have breakfast
Good.
foods.
Is this water from our date?
No.
Damn.
They have the best one.
It's so good.
Just tastes better.
It was good.
You can taste the desperation.
It's made by all their tears.
I wonder what happened to Cassandra. I don't know. Every time we talk about war date water that you had over there,
So good.
I wonder about her.
Later talk. Did we try to reach out to her after the lightning storm?
Sure did.
And she got back to us?
Yeah, she
did,
basically
right?
said it wasn't good.
Yeah.
Yeah, things were not good.
I bet things are fine. Good even.
So you all grab a table.
Never better.
He'll go still looking around for his pipe and stuff. If you
Life is
in like a
good.
few minutes, he'll probably just leave. So.
Oh, aye. Welder, by any chance, did you see a pipe? Like something that,
No, I already told him. I didn't see any pipe.
I don't know, did he leave like a package with you last night or something?
Don't think so.
Inside check.
Make an inside check.
He's also drunk though too.
Yeah, he's fucking drunk. I'll take that 19 for 23.
He's not lying, but he doesn't think so.
Okay.
Like,
That's what he honestly remembers.
you can see him kind of like scrunching his like nose to try and think. It's normally a very busy night, so he probably just doesn't remember. Is what you gather with your 19 insight.
Can I like just sneakily just take a look behind the bar?
It's a very cramped place. I don't think it's possible to sneakily do that.
I don't know, while they're talking, I'm just like,
You'd have to like basically climb on top of the bar to look at the other side.
Yeah, but like sneakily climb.
really climb.
Blindness!
Yeah. What's that?
You can't sneakily do that. You can
Walk
try and just
along
do
the
it.
wall.
That is an option. It's not sneaky, but-
Take a little peek.
I'll grab a seat, you have some food, start drinking some ale or water or whatever it is. Fairly decent meal. It's not the best food. It's fairly basic in many ways, but kind of provides you with the nutrition that you need. And the restaurant or bar, kind of like the couple of other people who were there, filter out. You gather that you've kind of missed the morning crowd. You slept in a little bit after the long day that you had. Pretty dead.
Well, where to next?
To Klanko's?
I think that's our first stop, yes.
I wouldn't mind seeing Seabot.
How was your Shirley Temple, by the way?
Did I
It was
get
just
one?
water. You just got water.
Great.
Bland.
Did you get cherries?
Was there cherries in the
No
water?
cherries. You just got water.
No.
You just ignored it completely.
It's really nice water. I'm sure he did his best, and if he had the stuff, I'm sure I would have got it.
Did you drink that a lot up in north?
I read about it in my books, and it sounded really good, so I thought I would try it.
Who is Shirley?
Oh,
Where's her temple?
Is she a god?
No, she's not a god, but there's a bunch of books about this girl named Shirley Temple,
Did you
and she was
worship
really
her?
smart, so I don't worship her. No, Nancy Shrew. That's a different story. Love Nancy Shrew.
True.
Is there a drink named Nancy Shirley?
Oh my god, no, but there should be.
Doesn't sound like she's very special then.
She is special. You don't even know.
Special people have a drink named after them.
Shirley Temple.
Yeah, like Shirley.
You guys didn't even know
Everyone
about
knows
Shirley.
Shirley.
Have you been to one of her temples?
There's so many books
No,
about
it's
her.
not a temple. It's her brain. She's really smart. But
Huh?
shut up, you guys. You are the worst. Nancy Shrew is really cool, and if there probably is there. You know what? Now that you mention it, I totally remember that there is actually a drink named after her.
You're a terrible liar.
I'm
Lass.
not lying.
You are a terrible
It is
liar.
similar to a Shirley Temple, but there's 7 maraschino cherries in it.
6.
Yeah.
One of you paid the 5 silver for the food and the drinks.
I can pay.
Oh yeah, I need to discount the 2 gold there.
You said 5?
Yeah. As you all finish your meal and you get up and start making your way out into the city, the One-Eyed Welders is fairly empty, and you emerge not very far away from the gate into Ward 1 that you've been through in the prior day. Life in Ward 6 actually seems fairly back to normal.
Yeah.
At this point, you can hear
Did it.
off in the distance kind of lectures and seminars happening that you're used to as prior. People are going back and forth. The gates are open. There's people traveling in and out.
Is the greenery still overgrown?
That was closer to the spire.
That was close to the spire, and we can't see that
You
here.
can't
Really?
see
Okay.
that area. You're a little bit farther away from it.
Got it. Okay, I was just curious.
As you make your way along the road back into Ward 1,
Is there still a guard setup? Sorry.
you immediately notice some differences.
What's that?
The guards, there's no longer a blockade or a guards on the ground. There are guards up at the top. But you notice that the guards that you're used to aren't there. You're used to there being 2 members of the Iron Cog standing on either side of the gate, basically on top of the wall. Now there's only 1 member of the Iron Cog. There's another figure that you notice that you just barely make out as you're kind of walking past that looks differently attired. They have on almost like a dark metallic blue armor with a helmet that looks vaguely shaped almost like a conquistador style helmet, like a curved helmet. They're wearing almost like a blue and white tabard with a white anchor on the front. You can make that out just as you're walking by, and they're sternly looking down. They're actually properly equipped and attired for a guard, as opposed to the Iron Cog, whose armor looks very shady and almost dilapidated compared to them.
Is that what? Okay, I'm trying to remember what the super guards wore before. The one that had like the crazy.
They had the mech.
No, so they had the
stuff.
electro steel, almost like exoskeleton type thing.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
but that
Where
was
they
at
had like
the
a
Spire.
backpack with like the
Yeah,
gauntlets.
Yeah, no, I
That
know.
was at the Spire.
I was just trying to remember like what, because there was like, what's her name?
But there was someone
Who we gave
blue
the-
armor.
Have we seen this armor?
You have.
Okay.
War two?
Yeah.
It's very similar to the armor worn by one Galarin.
I was gonna say, it's
Oh, it's Riovis
Yeah.
armor.
Yeah.
Oh, motherfuckers. What are they doing here?
Officer Shiro, that was the guy. He's an elite guard,
He's one of the
but it's not like
artificer
that.
guards.
This is obviously you're saying it looks like Gallagher, but yeah, okay. Do you all see that guard up there? Looks an awful lot like a past friend of ours.
I just looked down at my shoes. Is there anything on my boots that would showcase?
really.
Okay. They were his.
Yeah. What are you doing?
Are
Put
they-
those Air Jordans away.
They have on them a conspicuously similar shield of some kind.
They're not holding a shield. They've got like the tabard and they're kind of like standing, just like looking down. They don't seem to have a shield on them.
Did we take?
They have two
Gallagher's
swords
shield?
on either
Yeah,
side of their
yeah.
belt.
Yeah.
I got his shield hanging off my back
Oh,
right now.
okay. Uh-oh.
That's
That
got
took
the
his clothing.
notch in it, right?
Yeah.
A
pretty
notch and a gem.
Maybe put it under a cloak or something.
I have his weapon.
Oh god!
Walking by the cops just waving.
They were just letting what a badass he's become.
My drawing says that your shield has Galarin's name engraved on it.
I don't think he had that.
I think.
And the shield
yeah,
is
and,
round, the shield is not.
You know,
It's
I
not
may have
like
just
a-
been using my imagination here.
It does have the cutout for the gun.
I also
like
drew
the
Spider-Man
anchor
at some
motif and
point,
like the
so.
gem in the middle.
I see it almost like a Troy shield from the Brad Pitt movie. Yeah, shut up.
She doesn't understand where you're going with
Like, I don't know about that.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. That is something to remember. But good point.
Perhaps cover the shield that you have on your back as we try to.
I
cross
have Anya's scarf, like the blue scarf. Can I kind of like push it to the back so that it at least partially covers the shield?
It doesn't really cover it that much.
I was gonna pull out a trench,
just put it in
trench
my-
coat. Just hanging over the shield.
I literally could just put it in my backpack if you want. You can just hide it in here for now if you want.
It's a big shield.
It's a big ass backpack.
It's fair. You also already have a lot of stuff in your backpack. It's not like it's an empty backpack. You don't have a bag of
fit.
holding.
It's still massive. What else? What else do I have in
I assume
there?
a trench coat would just cover it, right?
Trench coat would cover it. Like a cloak of any kind would kind of cover it.
Now you look even more suspicious.
Put it
Is
over
that
all
3
the
kobolds in a
shoulders.
trench coat? What's going on over there?
Just a hunchback.
You find there's like out of view alleyway to dip into, put on a trench coat, and come back out and make your way towards the gate. Like the guards pay mind to you all because you are a rather, eclectic bunch and like unique looking folks. But they recognize that you're wearing like are you wearing your artificer stuff? No.
I swapped out of that. I'm wearing my black stuff.
But they still recognize the giant locks it on. At least the Iron Cog one does. And as you actually notice that the other guard kind of walks over and like consults with, turns around and like looks back at you all and just like gives you like a small nod. You continue on your way. You make your way through the gate into Ward 1. Relatively unmolested.
Pardon?
Relatively.
Relatively unbothered. Just a little.
There's a
Little
few,
bit.
there's a few hands that you feel on certain
No,
bodies.
that's a goddamn
Slide
good.
I had to pat you down.
The guards were like, come over here, one by one.
Yeah.
Relatively unbothered. Make your way into Ward 1.
But not before. Wait, no, is Clanko's Ward 1 or Ward 6?
Ward
It
one.
is
Ward
1.
one.
Okay.
Yeah.
You walk in, you look around, and Ward 1
So,
Ward 1 looks relatively the same as you'd left it. But you do notice that the
Yeah, 'cause there's
patrols,
the-
even in the
pretty close.
ward, you notice like a couple of guards walking along in your direction. It's one iron cog and one person in dark blue metal. This one you see is carrying a shield. It's not as elaborate of a shield as yours, and it's clearly not as adorned. It doesn't have a cutout or anything. It's just a shield that's kind of like hanging loosely off of their arm. It has a white sort of anchor symbol with like crossed white chains on it, but it doesn't have a gem in the middle. It doesn't have an ornate cutout or anything. Just a plain like kite shield almost.
Sorry, did you say there's someone like from the Iron Cog and someone from like the Rioviz that seems paired up?
Yep.
Everyone?
It seems like the patrol, as you're kind of entering and walking in the direction towards Clanko's, you notice a guard patrol kind of coming in the opposite direction. And it looks like it's one member of the Iron Cog and one member of this wearing this black armor.
Interesting. Do you think this has to do with just the recent events? But I guess I don't know how to describe it here, but the politics of Schema is now. And since
Perhaps.
Miralar's not involved, I thought Miralar's not involved with Rioviz, is he?
Not that I'm
I
aware
don't
of.
think so. I mean, perhaps this was part of Galarin's plan the whole time. He was the first one. He put the city into chaos.
Well,
and
he
then
was involved with the Razors, and the Razors is gone.
I think he used them as a tool. I don't think he was.
Yeah.
I think he used them to incite his plan to get to where he needed to be, cause anarchy across the city, and then perhaps that's when others from, I can't say for certain, but maybe Rioviz swooped in to help bring about order to the city, which maybe it's their plan to try to take over. I don't know.
Well, hopefully too much hasn't changed. See?
Yeah. Try to be quick getting through here, I suppose. See what we see.
Are we really leaving the city after all of this? After we,
Assuming all goes well.
if all goes well on Miralar?
Possibly. I mean, it may be in our best interest, like we said, to get out of this. It seems like things are heating up in Schema. Rioviz is here. Who knows what Miralar and Lyra would like to do, on top of, obviously, Lady Garnet.
Alright. Alright. Do you mind giving me some more of that paper and lending me your quilt?
Sure, I have some more. There you go.
Before we leave town, I'm gonna need to drop a message to a courier or some kind.
Yeah.
You continue making your way down the street, and you eventually come
That's very
to
loud.
the storefront of. I
Clinko.
don't remember the name of the shop.
Clanko's.
Something.
Curious cabinet of
Blanco's curated
curiosities.
collection of curiosities and contraptions.
You got
That's
it.
the
That's
one.
pretty close.
It definitely seems relatively quiet, and nobody's really there. The lights and stuff seem off. But as you approach, everything lights up.
Yeah.
Oh, yep.
It's all cheerful and jovial.
It's
You
just
make
energy
your-
efficient.
Yeah.
You make your way towards the entrance, and the Seabot 1000 opens the door and holds it open as you all enter
Seabot!
inside, and you can see beside you Seabot 2000
Do you kidnap him this time?
just standing beside one of the shelves, dusting one of the top shelves there. Flanco's nowhere to be seen. But as you enter the shop, this might be a good spot to take a break for maybe a couple of minutes, and we'll pick up.
Alright.
Or can
Before
you-
we
can you
fight
steal
Clanko and the
Seabot?
Seabot.
Yeah, yeah.
That's good at stealing stuff.
I didn't ask Clanko to do something for
Alright, we'll be back.
And if he says no.
Yeah.
We're back.
And we're back. So,
We actually.
Yes.
as you all enter into Klenko's shop of curated collection of curiosities and contraptions, you see in front of you Seabot 2000, Seabot 3000. Seabot 3000 waves at you. Why, hello, friends. Nice to see you again.
Hi.
How can I help?
I'm just over kind of petting Seabot. 2000? Is he the little one?
1000's the little one.
Is he there?
Yeah.
I'm over there.
He's the one who opened the door.
Okay. I'm just sitting there. I missed him.
He affectionately rubs against you. And
Weird. I think you had business you wanted.
Did. Just trying to remember Timon's uncle's name. No, I did. Does it start with a T?
I think it was.
That would be.
Was
I
it?
think it was Torgen.
Thorgan, right?
I think it was Jordan.
What was his annoying kid's name?
Oh, the little one. There it is.
Tom.
Always can refer back
Tom.
to him.
Steven has an annoying name.
Alright.
Man.
Nice to see you. It's been a while. Is Klenko here? He's been meaning to.
Yeah, I think he's working on something in the back. I can go get him.
Yes, please do that.
Okay. He goes towards the back, towards part the curtain, ducks under it, and goes to the back.
Does anything look, from the last time we were here, anything seem wildly different in terms of stock, or is there anything missing, or is there an emphasis on certain types of items that there wasn't before? Oh.
There's a couple of things that you notice are marked down. There are things that are on sale that haven't been bought in a while. You notice the contraption that was kind of similar, that you recall being kind of similar to your arm, that giant contraption that used to be off in the corner, kind of hidden away, is now being a little bit more prominently displayed, and it has a sign on it. It seems whatever testing he was doing with those, with that rig and the arm gloves and stuff, seems like he's succeeded in completing that, and that's available for scale now. Honestly, not much else that you notice. Supply seems about the same.
Just wanted to see if...
I'm just sitting and recounting all of our adventures since we last left Seabot 1000. I'm just telling him everything.
Actually everything?
It was 2 days ago.
Yeah, it was only.
Yeah, well, there's a lot to share.
A few moments pass, and Klenko, you hear the clanking noise as Seabot comes out first and holds the curtain to the side, and Klenko emerges. Still the same warforged metal skin, metal face, moving a lot more fluidly than any of the bots and constructs do. He's wearing almost overalls and not long robes. He seems like he has he smells faintly of ozone and gunpowder, and seems like he's been working on something. Companions, compatriots, friends. How can I help? Thank you for returning my constructions capably.
Weren't you leaving town or something?
I was, but then I decided to stay.
Why?
Didn't want to take the chance.
Inside check.
Make an inside check.
Have a nice day, Timon. Inside check.
Does
19.
he actually
She's always there
It's telling the truth.
He has ulterior
I was, I went looking for transportation out of the city, and I couldn't acquire any. And honestly, things kind of started to get better after what you all did, which I heard worked.
We're able to gather a lot from Forgot which robot. There were two that came
The
with
one
us.
that stayed in the storm would have been
Yeah.
the tall one.
2,000.
See, 2,000? 3,000.
What? Which one can talk?
You want to
3,000 can talk.
What's the order of them again?
1,000 was the smallest one.
He's my
He serves
favorite.
coffee.
Yeah.
But he was there with you.
Yeah,
guys.
he was with us, yeah.
This is
2,000 is the porter, like the door opener. And 3,000 is the only one that talks.
3,000 was the one with
So he
us.
sent 3,000 and 1,000 with
Okay.
you. 2,000 was not.
Yeah.
So I'm sure, like, they'll see 3,000 and 1,000 were able to catch you up.
They were. That's actually what I'm sort of working on as well now. Some of the findings from within the storm were quite enlightening, I must say. Quite interesting developments.
What are you working on, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, make a persuasion check. Just out of curiosity.
Got this. You're so persuasive.
This is Siva 1000.
Yeah, but way more evil.
He's not evil. Is that what you're...
Sort of.
No, that's him.
27.
He's so
Ooh.
Shit.
How much? 27. Jesus.
Well, based on the information from Stivat 1000 and 3000, assumptions about things. I know that you've encountered a Mr. Lord Constantine
Yeah.
within the storm. That was a bit of a revelation, certainly, considering he's a regular customer. But that wasn't the same. So potentially the conversation that you all had about traveling through these storms, that was quite enlightening. And if there's a way that we can, that could be a game changer.
I look at Astra. Does she have any kind of reaction to this whole thing?
I'm laying on my stomach and my feet are like flipping as I'm just like chatting with Siva.
Siva,
I'm
yeah.
not paying attention.
Why would that be relevant to you?
Yeah.
Just the fact that there would be two of them means that there's some sort of way of traveling through or across the boundary of time.
Just to be clear, we're certain there's no other Lord Constantine?
Oh, I know there's at least two. There's the one that you all encountered, who was emerging from the storm. And then there's the one that I normally encounter, who's very different. If there is a possibility of traversing through time, I know you all have an interesting relationship. How do I put this? If you had the opportunity, the chance to have a conversation with your creator, would you take it?
That's an interesting question.
Yes.
For
You sparked my attention.
I think it's harder for us or for you to answer that question than us because
That is not
I mean-
Seabot.
I don't entirely know the nature of your creation or
Why
birth.
is he trying?
I don't either.
This is all relatively new to us, but I think, I mean, not all, but
Where's the
biological
heart?
creatures typically have
You
parents
said
that,
little floaty hearts.
I mean, they may or may not know, but in that sense, you could argue they are the creator. So, the big one's father, he has conversations with his father all the time and considers him his father, which could be creator.
I can't say that I know my creator.
I mean, what does
Me
Paul
neither.
from the House of Corn has to do with any of this?
Well, you all have met with your creators and your parents and the people who made you. I simply awakened. If there is a way of traversing time, returning to before I was created, perhaps I can find my purpose that way.
How long ago was that?
I awakened maybe a dozen or so years ago.
Insight check?
Make an insight check.
Straight roll. Dirty 20.
Doesn't seem to be lying. I came to, and the only capacity, the only directive was to create. So I created. It was through that process I discovered my magical capacity. Became the conjurer, an enchanter, a craftsman.
Have you ever been to the Prime? Was it called the Prime Spire? Prime, the main spire.
Conduit.
The spire in
The prime conduit.
Have you ever been to the Prime Conduit?
That was a struggle.
Yeah.
I knew that where Prime was in there.
I've visited it.
Are you aware that there's a statue in there that looks quite remarkably similar to yourself?
There is, but it's a primitive statue, some sort of reproduction. But I've never seen anybody alive with a consciousness in the same form as me. Never even heard of one. I've consulted with some of the smartest minds in this city and many others. None have ever seen and met a creature like me. If I could go back and discover perhaps my origin, it would mean a lot. And considering what you have helped me discover, it's provided me with an avenue of doing that. Now, I understand there will probably be some risk, but
Sorry, so if we go back to what we were just talking about, though, it's like, what is it that you're working on after finding out all of this?
I would have to go into the storm myself. Now, apparently, my constructs were able to go into the storm properly themselves.
Sorry, just
No, fuck, I went through 3 pens, they're all dying. I'm fucking pencil now, Jesus.
I don't know what I'm going to find. If I do decide to go into the storm, I need some way of protecting myself, some sort of defense mechanisms. And then whatever I would need to survive on the other side of whatever this is. I don't actually know. Do you all know anything about the storms, where they go, how to traverse them, what they do?
I've been trying to find that ever since I arrived.
I've been hit by a storm pretty damn close. Exhausted the hell out of me. I'm still recovering.
Makes you feel alive. Doesn't it?
That's one way of putting it. I mean, your compatriots here, they seemed unaffected
I'll
by
definitely be taking them with me because they were unaffected by it. Wherever I go, it could probably use to have them as additional.
it. Be aware there are
companions.
things in the storms.
Mm-hmm. I remember Seabot telling me about some stuff he saw.
Clanko, do you think you're a creator because you like creating, or do you think you're a creator because you were created to be a creator? Who is Clanko?
I don't know. I certainly do enjoy the craft of creation, but maybe that's simply because that's the first thing I tried.
Interesting. Astra's still laying on her belly, like with her feet kicking behind her.
I've
In the middle of a star.
I've thought about this. I've thought about how I
that's
came to
braiding my
be a lot over the past
No.
maybe decade or so, but this is the first time I've had it's always been sort of a nagging concern in the back of my brain. I think if I have a brain, I don't actually know that.
You're very smart. You probably have a brain.
You can see his his, like metal eyebrows are kind of like furrowing a little, and it's just he looks visibly like different and changed since like you last saw him. He looks kind of like a little bit more downcast, a little bit more deep in thought. He's not as jovial and cheerful as he was before, for sure.
Did the love for coins something that came pre-programmed, or is that an acquired taste? By the way, my uncle Torgen sends his regards, and apparently, you owe him some.
I do.
Coin.
I'll check the ledgers. I'll check the ledgers. No, the coin is useful. You use it to buy more materials, use it to enchant things. It's a currency. It certainly has its uses. I have nothing to spend it on, to be perfectly honest. At night, I just go downstairs and work in the workshop. I don't even really need to sleep, to be honest. So I genuinely live a fairly simple life.
Speaking of Thorgan, and I think we've talked before, but he's mentioned that you would be able to help me with a little something I was trying to get crafted.
Yes, yeah, certainly. If you have an order, you can. We can talk about it. I can see if I can work on it. I don't know how long I'll be. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know how long I'm going to be here. I don't know whether I'll be departing into the storm. I don't even know if that's a good idea. If it's a bad idea. I'm going to try and put out some feelers and see if I can learn more about the storm. See if any of my contacts can enlighten me.
So I should put in.
But yes. What exactly is it that you're looking for?
Then just to go aside and like, do you have a piece of paper and start maybe jotting something down, kind of drafting what I have.
Sure. Cbot, grab one of the sort of like empty schematic things and you can. Yeah, sure. Cbot 2000 like takes you over to the side and there's like almost like he rifles through like a couple of pieces of papyrus like blueprint type stuff and like lays one out in front of you.
Okay.
Just keep in mind, we might not be in Schema much longer either. So if you do put a work order, perhaps have him send it to my father, and then when we get to another Rexate, perhaps he can send it to us there.
Is your father all right? Linko actually turns and looks to you.
As far as I'm aware, I think a lot of the changes have definitely affected him a little bit, but
yeah. So those alabaster chain folk been around.
Yes, we've noticed them.
The artificers are not in as good of stature anymore, I guess. I've kind of tried to stay out of it mostly. I work for whoever needs work.
You say alabaster chain?
Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully he just keeps his head down and stays in his retired life for now, and maybe when things settle, if they settle, he'll find joy in me with the... I don't even know, there's just a lot going on right now.
The city goes in cycles. It was almost at a burning point, a melting point a few weeks ago. Now it seems to be on the come up. Just maybe not the way it was before. City is a city.
That is a statement.
Fact. Is there anything else I can help you all with? Or?
I have an idea.
Yeah.
Maybe, in our adventure, if we're going to find more information about the storms, perhaps, maybe Cbot 1000 can come with us and then eventually report back to you.
I don't think so. I'm gonna need all hands on deck for my own excursions.
But did you ever ask Cbot 1000 what he wants to do?
I mean,
So even the pencil failed.
make a persuasion check.
The eraser fell out.
Should we get this?
Clinko,
There's so much writing on this right now.
I'm learning a lot about
Style from the
currency,
Littlest Robot.
Yep.
and it seems we've. Yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense.
Perfect.
God
That's
damn
perfect.
Watch is like, no.
Or he just like makes eye contact with like goes.
That's actually
Blanco kind of looks down at Seabot and
That's
just
what-
like
that's reality.
closes his eyes. And you can, and like the bot looks back to him and like he's moving. He's like closes his eyes and is like kind of concentrating and like
No.
leaning his head to the side. The bot kind of like wheels over to Clanko and like affectionately rubs against his leg. And,
He humps him, basically.
I just asked Seabot and he's pretty happy.
Okay.
It seems we provided you with quite a bit of knowledge in your research. Would you say
Certainly.
that knowledge would be worth 2 pieces of that sending card? Favor for a favor.
Or just an expedited.
You know, I can probably do something better.
Oh, it worked. I mean, sure.
Give me a second. And he like heads off to the back, leaving you all alone for a
learning.
moment.
Look how nice that shaving was.
Well, that's a good one.
God damn.
Yeah, nostalgia. You just put that in the automatic. That's true.
Yeah.
Great job.
Not as chocolatey as that.
Not as
soap
chocolatey as
one.
it smells.
Yeah.
It's good hot chocolate stain.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Smells super chocolatey.
This is from the place that we talked to before.
No, I don't know where it's from. I didn't recognize it. Or the can.
He comes back, and you can recognize what he's carrying because you've seen it before. It's a small metallic contraption, almost like a.
He had a bazooka. He had a bazooka-like thing. That's what we get, right?
But that's not what it is.
Oh, bloody hell.
I recall you all were interested in this container of countless collateral prior.
Aye.
Ooh. Is that like a big big?
Bag of
It's
holding.
Yeah, that has a slap.
like his custom.
Oh,
Clanko
right.
It's
flash.
smaller.
Yeah.
I didn't end up putting that advertisement enchantment on it. It's fairly straightforward, vanilla. I do appreciate the information that I gained from that excursion. It was very helpful. Unfortunately, I do still have to sell this for some paperwork that the Artificer Council requires me to fulfill, but I will give you a steep discount.
It's 1 copper.
I will sell it to you all for 50 gold pieces.
That's nice and all, but I'd really like the cards. I don't know if you guys want that, but I still need the cards if you have any available.
I can arrange
Okay,
those
perfect.
cards. You want 2 of those?
How many do you have? And what were the
Can you
cards?
throw 6?
I've only got 4.
What is the base?
How much
It's
were
like a
they
bag
again?
of holding.
I have
It's
they were
somewhere,
30
except
gold
it's
pieces
like a
each,
custom one that
6
you
for
made
100.
that's a little bit smaller.
I have the full
Open
list
it,
here.
because-
I actually took
Oh,
notes.
So what, you
what
can
should
fit
we
in
offer
it
him
is
for 4?
probably
What should we
the
offer him
limited,
for
like, what's
4?
the max
6 for 100.
size of an object that you can
Goes
put
like
into that
here.
bag?
Yeah, 6
You
for
You can hook up
100.
Blanco's container of countless
4
collateral
for
on D&D Beyond and you'll find it.
Let's do 60.
I'll take it
50. All right.
for the group.
We'll take 4 for 50 gold, please.
I have enough.
okay. I'll do that.
I've
Sure.
never bought like anything.
We're doing this right in front of him, by the way.
Just constantly.
Yeah.
Certainly.
Blanco. Sorry.
What did you just buy?
I bought 4 for 50 gold.
4 bags of holding?
No, 4 of the cards.
Conversing
Okay.
cards.
So you can use one of those instead of going to a post-it.
I'll pay for the bag.
Oh yeah.
I'll pay for the other thing.
50 gold.
Blanco.
Mhm.
I wonder if you still have a couple of items.
Yeah.
Have you still got that chimeric cape?
That's on me.
What?
Oh, I bought it for him as a
bought it?
gift. I bought it for him as a gift.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm just
I
like
thought
modeling
you
it in
got
front of you
some
here.
Have you got another one?
The chimeric cape. Let me check. I might have one. It might. Tell you what, it might work for you. It's a little bit of a smaller one. It was a prototype that I made for one of the kids. That might work.
He definitely said that to you.
I'm mildly offended by that.
I wasn't able to sell it because turns out kids don't have that much money.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Timon, if you just want to look at me,
I'll send Seabot 2000 down to pick that up for you.
Could have lent you my cloak if you want to.
I just don't want to be wearing this, you know, overcoat, trench coat.
It's a little bloody. I understand.
This bag / box can hold up to 200 pounds and 18 cubic feet. That's
So
pretty
like, I wanted to look less conspicuous, so I put a trench coat that's splattered with blood.
Yeah.
Dry blood.
6 inches.
The key thing is that the opening hole is not that big.
That's
Yeah,
That's
Like
what
if you're
it's
trying to
asking
put
about,
like a
yeah.
massive thing into it.
So it's not like I
Because
can
it's
put
like
my
12
shield
by
on
6
it.
inches.
yeah,
Okay.
12 by 6.
Nice.
I guess for the work order. So
Yes.
think of bring this over, and I'll have both the midnight sword and the bracers. What you think? Think this is doable?
Interesting. That's an interesting enchantment. It should be doable. It's gonna require. It's gonna require some time and honestly some resources. The sword is a good start. These bracers could be used as a conduit. It says here you want the enchantment on a weapon.
On
That
the
might be
bracers,
on the bracers might be more doable. It would simply you'd be able to do it probably once a day.
Okay. That could work.
That sounds interesting. I will take it and I'll send you a message with the price. It will still cost. It will still take time and arcane energy, but these bracers on the sword are a good start. The sword should cover for most of it, but it might be another. He's like a little bit deep into thought.
Well, regardless of the price, I believe we're on a good rapport. So
We are.
tell me when it's ready for pickup, and I will bring the remaining amount. I'm sure the sword and the bracers will help as a deposit.
Oh yes, for sure. The bracers I will need in order to
Yes.
make this.
Yep.
20 copper pieces.
Interesting.
Shiny copper.
Interesting.
Oh, like
Go. It shouldn't be too much. It shouldn't. It should be under 1,000 though, for sure.
okay.
That is a very interesting enchantment, I must say. Quite creative.
How much is that cloak cape gonna run me?
Let's just say 50 gold. I like that number today.
I squinted at him.
Wait a minute.
Didn't you say that this was like unsold and
He said like under 1,000 gold for me.
It was like 75 gold for the cloak on normal price, so I'm giving you a steep discount anyway.
It's true.
Sure.
I
It's
paid
good
quite a bit
size.
for that.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's only half price.
let's say that I agree if we negotiate a couple more things.
Depends on the things.
I want that clean chainmail of yours and the clockwork charm.
The cleaning chainmail. Well, the clockwork charm she bought, I'm pretty sure. Didn't she? Or did she
Did
skip
you buy
on
the
that?
clockwork charm?
I don't remember.
I don't know.
Oh, Big One bought me. Yes, I do have the clockwork
I think,
charm.
yeah. I
Please
have
take
what
one.
I bought people. I bought a coat for Arkmir, the trinket thing for you, which I'm assuming that's what you're talking
Yes.
about. magicking for Calthier and sending cards for you.
Okay.
When you make an attack wearing the amulet, you can forego rolling a d20 to get 10 on the die.
Clean chain.
The thing chainmail was really a very basic enchantment. I'm not gonna lie.
It's pretty.
It's probably not even worth that much. It's more of a novelty item.
The way I rolled it.
So you're telling me that it's free?
No, it's again based on Schema Artificer laws. I have to sell you things. I can't simply go giving out Magitech crafted goods for free. He can probably, the big one can confirm. You do know there is actually a law that you can't sell Magitech for free, or like you can't give out Magitech for free.
I think he's lying to you.
It's actually stealing.
Alright. Last question. You thought
10 gold, 15 gold for the chainmail.
Alright, okay, throw it then. And what about those choking cinders that you had mentioned?
Ooh, those are
The what?
those are gonna run you a pretty penny.
The what? What are you asking?
What are these?
Something cinders?
It's a powder that gives you a bad time of some sort.
Yeah, those are sort of a regulated good now. With the city being, the unrest kind of made those a bit of a danger to have around.
I mean, us being good at report and all.
Oh, can you get Clanko's cool cloak?
Sounds cool.
Like what?
Clanko's cool cloak.
To make it billow dramatic.
To make what? I'm so
Says,
confused.
while wearing this cloak, and I want to read this,
Yeah.
you can use a bonus action to make it billow dramatically.
That's actually awesome.
You can like jump in, do the 3-finger landing, and then like.
How much is that cloak? I could use a new cloak.
It'd be funny if it was like a small cloak.
No, legitimately, how much is that?
I mean, that one?
The cool cloak?
It's about, normally it's about 50 gold, but I can
I'll
knock
give
some.
you. What's a good number?
49.
49. Is that what you said?
I'll give it to you for 45.
Yeah.
He filmed.
What's it called?
Clanko's cool cloak.
Is it short?
It's
Human
well,
size?
for you, it's fairly short.
Fuck yeah, I put it on anyway.
Oh my god.
I don't think I can sell the choking cinders. I'm pretty sure if I filed the paperwork
Is it
for
called
those
the
right
Dome or
now,
Cool cloak.
they would ask questions.
Fuck yeah. Yeah, I got
Why
it.
the heck have you got to file the paperwork?
Because
Poggers.
it's, I
What
mean,
did we say?
I don't
45.
really usually like breaking the law.
We know a thing or two about that.
If you wait long enough, I'm sure it'll stop being a control contraption. It would be a bit dangerous. I did recently finish work on these clogs of comfortable cold. You want those?
What's
If you're
that?
going anywhere cold.
What does it do?
Keeps your feet warm.
Nah, I'm covered for that. I mean, come on, Clanko. You've been dealing with my uncle for all these years. He can vouch for me.
Make a persuasion check.
How?
I love how like a
much were
day
the
ago we're
conversing
like
cards?
we don't want to do anything illegal.
How much
And
were
now
the
time is
conversing
like-
cards?
I think they
I
bought
ju-
out all those before that you had.
I just want the 9.
There's no more?
They're-
17.
Persuasion.
I tell you what, I can leave it here and leave my. No, I don't want to leave my door unlocked if I leave.
We also won't be back.
No, I'm sorry.
What's this for?
The choking cinders.
That you're trying to buy?
Illegal.
He doesn't want to sell them.
What?
Illegal.
Illegal.
Yeah.
Oh.
Recent law changes have kind of made those illegal, essentially. I can
We'll
sell-
find you some choking cinders somewhere else. I'm sure they're all over the
I
place.
give my back to Klenko, like I start walking away, and
Sounds familiar.
I go, Arkmir. Arkmir, can you steal it for me? Give you 100 gold. You don't hear this.
Counters.
The fucking owl was.
No, I'm exhausted. I probably don't hear it.
I don't know if we'll get it now, but let me see what I can do for the long term. Let's go over to Klenko. Klenko, I don't know if there's technically hints. I know you can't sell this. Maybe there's a way that we can hand this off in the future along with my new set of equipment.
Yeah, hopefully once the city's kind of back to being stable, they're fine with selling these as like a purely experimental sort of, substance that can be used to perform perfectly legitimate research. But
Of course.
as of right now, I'm sorry, it would draw too much attention, especially with the stuff that I'm working on. I can't really bother going through the paperwork and trying to prove to these new guards that I'm not working against them. I hope you understand. I sincerely do apologize.
Inside check on that apology.
You could-
I was just knocked.
I was not sincere at all.
13. No, 12. 12.
he seems like he's being pretty sincere about it.
Don't trust his ass. I feel pretty crossed.
Well,
Is it just your uncle that, like, that conversation that makes you not like him?
No.
He bought bullets before.
I bought bullets, but he gave me less than
the amount.
the amount. He said I rolled a natural one, so I'm pretty sure that he did it on purpose.
Gotcha.
Well, I guess when the time comes for me to pay for this equipment, just feel free to include the cost of that
Yeah.
for the senders.
I will do.
go from there.
Assuming it's not a controlled substance anymore. I will also send money over to Torgan.
Aye.
Insight check. Do
Yeah.
you believe him?
Is that all? Anything else I can help
Have you got anything else? No?
Aside from the clogs of comfortable gold, not really.
How much are those?
Clogs of
About 500 gold.
500?
It's magic.
They're
Wait.
really good boots.
I don't see these in.
I didn't.
Not
see
all
it.
of his items are branded in D&D Beyond.
I don't have that kind of gold.
Seabot, I'll write you. If we don't see you for a little bit, look out for like a postcard or something. Just
He,
in case we're
nods
traveling.
and, spins around in a circle, and then goes back over to the coffee, like
Bye. Okay.
the coffee bar in the
Did
corner.
not give a shit.
It's like that, but it's just like an espresso instead of this.
He's basically a glorified espresso machine.
You don't understand.
Best.
This is it's like a portafilter for
Yeah,
that.
that's what it is. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not bad.
All right, here's your gold.
Thanks. I don't know, being quite a lot actually.
It was like 65, right? Like 50 for one thing, and then
Yeah, but then also like the 50 from that, and, just
Yeah.
in general, like
From everybody, it's quite a bit.
Yep.
I've already marked mine off.
Me too.
I bought the 4 cards and the really amazing cloak. That's definitely,
No, that's-
definitely short.
The best item we have.
We have to animate that.
We have to protect it at all costs.
By we, I guess I mean me.
I take it.
Yeah.
I can't turn my back on.
on.
Mutter to myself, shifty bastard.
Stay like his heroic pose.
I was like barely on his butt.
And then-
heading.
Yes. Back to work.
I think.
Heading
so.
to
Well,
his
I think that's it, yeah.
to Spark Eye.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you,
again,
Clayton.
Ezekiel.
Oh my goodness.
Why-
God.
You said she said Ezekiel. That threw me off.
It's like how they're actually saying that.
It's her fault. She said it out of my mouth.
Again, if you do discover anything about the
Astra said Ezekiel.
chaos magic or whatever, the time of these storms or anything, any information could be useful. Certainly more motivated than I've been in a while, though. I don't actually know where it's going to lead.
Shut up.
May the eye of
tried
the
so
storm watch over
hard.
you.
Roll again.
This is good though. Oh, and then that
His-
was then plus 3. 19.
I'll message you.
I was waiting to say it.
You guys, I forgot my inhaler. You can't make me laugh too much tonight.
Nerd.
Not my fault. Laughing makes me go into asthma attacks.
So you're joking? Or
I know, I'm actually serious.
Like-
I have 2 inhalers.
Sure. Yeah, certainly.
Thanks for bringing it to you.
No.
Shall we?
1 minute. I start.
No, I have like the
I'm dressing.
and then
We have the dressing chambers.
Da,
on
da,
the
da,
corner.
da.
I'm going to go. And he just
Sounds like a
goes
weekend
past the
taxi
curtain and goes
drive,
downstairs.
So
They
you
have, like,
see
a little chamber
Tywin
that's
go
attached
down
to,
like just to
the-
his underwear and then start putting his new shiny, I trust, chainmail.
Like those
Put out the very shiny chainmail,
Really?
equip everything again, and then tie the cloak to my back. Is that an attunable item? The
I don't
cloak?
think so. I don't think the
I mean,
clean
that looks
chainmail is.
cool.
No, not the chainmail. The cloak, the chameleon cloak.
I don't think so.
Okay.
On that trend item.
Actually, there's no inventory. Alright. I think we're good. Wait, what did we buy? So, like, we bought 4 cards, we bought
What did we buy?
I bought 4 cards and a cloak.
4 cards. Oh, yeah, and the
Like cool
cloak.
cloak.
Yeah.
You bought chainmail and a cloak.
I bought chainmail.
Margaret put in an order
Bag
for
of holding.
something.
Bag of
She got the
holding.
Ish.
And the order.
In the order.
I put it in order.
German.
Yeah.
Which sword did you mean?
The
The
midnight
midnight.
midnight long sword.
The one that you're still attuned to, so you can technically summon it back if you want.
That's awesome.
I'll use this for the down payment. Just gonna enchant the bracers. Use it for payment. That'd be the best.
That would be such an Arkmere thing to do.
That's how I should have called. Yeah, haggle for some stuff.
You all step outside the shop, still fairly early in the afternoon, probably. You begin making your way southwest.
My home.
Which way are you headed?
Go Fasha.
I think stop at his one first.
Okay.
To my house.
Once we're a bit clear of Clankos and there's not like anybody kind of like walking right around us, I don't know if anyone else saw this. I uttered a phrase that I read in that book. The decoded phrase that I found, I told you all about it before. It sounded a lot like Clanko's notes. And I found a message inside of it that indicated that he potentially had gone to Icefall at some point. But it ended with, "May the eye of the storm watch over you." And I just said that to Clanko now, just out of curiosity how he would react. His eyes briefly changed color when I said that. They turned red. And then he snapped out of it, as if it triggered something in him.
Let's go back and kill him.
He must die.
Just looking for an excuse.
That's it. I don't trust him.
He's evil.
Got something to insight check him about now. What does the eye of the story do?
We've seen his eyes turn color before, haven't we?
No, they're just.
When he cast spells,
Mm.
like when he cast, I think there was one time where he cast Identify, and like he changes, like his eyes changed for that, or Detect Magic, one of those.
This is like a blood red.
I saw the death sign. I don't know what it means. I mean, he mentioned that he awoke only a dozen or so years ago. That seemed odd to me, if that was true, but
Why does it seem odd to you?
he seems like someone who's, based on this journal.
Has Clanko only been in the city for 12 years?
Make a history check.
By
You
the
did
way,
mention there was a statue you saw at the tower that looked like him. Do you think this journal could belong to
16.
a previous?
You distinctly recall the day when the shop was open. It was about 10 years ago. Maybe even less than that. Maybe 9 years ago.
Is the journal? Does it mention a shop at all?
I don't think so.
I mean,
No.
Clanko's only had his shop open here for 9 or 10 years, so
That checks out with
It
what you
checks out.
said.
I wonder if
But,
it's a previous Clanko.
I mean, perhaps he was shut down and reawoken? I don't know.
constructs can. It's just he's a little more unique. He seems to have his own mind and everything.
wait, what was this about a different Clanko?
There was a statue at the Prime Conduit that looked
Exactly.
a lot like Clank, or at least like a version of him. But I asked him at the store there, and he just said it was another
Spire's been around
older.
a lot longer than 12 years, so
Yeah. But this book has
Unless
been around for a long time.
he does figure out time travel, but it just hasn't happened yet, and then he goes back into the future, he's a big deal, he gets a statue, and he doesn't remember it because...
and then maybe you kill him and that's why he has to wake up 12 years later.
Maybe.
Your alternate time self seem to like to kill people. I don't actually know that. None of this is real.
Anyways, I thought that was interesting. Just perhaps there is something locked away inside him, his mind, that he just doesn't remember. It doesn't really change anything right now. I just thought it was curious.
Just another mystery to Schema.
Yeah.
I fit the little box of holding in the bottom of my backpack, so that it's kind of like the base of my backpack, and we just toss stuff in, and it just keeps filling up.
Put Hoku
It's
in your
also like
backpack.
this big.
Bye, Hope.
No, it's 6 inches by 12 inches.
It's about this big.
Yeah, my backpack's not that big.
Let's hope he was on.
I feel like your backpack opening is bigger than that.
Just,
It sits in the
just
base.
clarifying, you do put Hoku inside your backpack, right?
Oh, he's gonna go right through the
No,
hole.
wait. Because I assume that there's got to be a lid on the box of holding.
Yes, you can close it.
Okay, I'm gonna do that so that he just sits on top of it. He doesn't actually go
Okay.
into it.
Okay.
He's gonna open it.
Glad we clarified that.
Yeah, you can just snap him in and out of
No.
existence. It's fine.
I would never do that.
He's always in existence.
Yeah.
2 spark eyes.
You make your way towards the west. Like you take a smaller street. You make your way over fairly quickly. You round the corner of the street that the Sparkeye home and workshop is on. You walk past the old iron salvage yard.
Where to start?
It's still closed.
I was gonna ask if it's still on
You don't
Still
see
kind of
anybody. You
ruined.
don't see any traffic or anything there. Still kind of closed.
This is the one with the explosion happened?
Year.
Yeah.
Yes, 21 Rusket Lane.
Yep. You round the corner. You
Yes.
approach. You notice the house itself seems fairly quiet. And as you approach the 2 gargoyles, still vacant, they still recognize you and they
Is
immediately.
it working as
The
expected?
gate opens. It's working as expected, as in
Nice.
it's not working quite well, but good enough.
Well, everybody, let's head
gate
in for a few
opens
minutes before we head out. You're more than welcome to come in. If not, I'll just be a few minutes.
Okay.
Okay. I'll go in through the big side door that he created for me.
You do notice that, like, your father would usually come out to see who it was, but nobody comes out.
He's dead. Villain Arkin coming.
Astra just slowly like backs up and leaves.
I'll just open the door. Do I see the butler guy?
Yeah, as you enter in, you see the butler with like his arm out, and it's just standing there.
Good to see you. Father.
Oh, it's you. Yes. Sorry, I was busy. He rushes downstairs, and he looks a bit haggard. It looks like he's got like his goggles on. Seems like he's been working.
Oh. Well, good to see you. Are you doing okay?
Are you safe?
For now, yes.
I heard about what happened in Ward 6.
Yes.
That was great.
Thank you. I mean,
It worked.
Couldn't be done without you.
You should be very proud of your son, Mr. Sparkeye. He's an influence to all of us. He's a gentleman and a scholar.
Well, I mean, you had the blueprint help, so I mean, part of the project was because of you. And I appreciate it.
I only wish we tried it sooner.
I mean, there was lots of things we tried, and we didn't know for sure. I mean...
Did you hear about what happened to Linda?
No. Did I? Fuck.
Linda Hofstad.
No,
Linda the Crazy?
Yeah, I don't think we've heard...
She was from Ward 8, right?
No,
The
is
scientist.
everything okay with her?
I've been trying to reach out for a few days, put out some feelers. Haven't heard anything. Apparently, they were in some sort of apartments. Everything's gone.
Oh no, we did know that. That was Freedom Hold, wasn't it?
Well, everybody's gone.
Yeah.
Everything. The building is still there, but
Yeah.
everybody's
Unfortunately, we did know about Ward 8, and sounds like it's not in very good shape, but I mean, that's...
Big mistake.
She might be okay. There's a lot of things we really don't know at this time.
It was her idea in some ways.
It certainly was. She gave us the idea to do it, so I owe her a lot. And
Have you heard from who all have you heard from since what happened with this fire?
Well, I mean, we don't know where Miss Halfstep is.
Actually, your perception is
10, I think.
10.
Yeah.
Astra's is
11. Or, sorry, 11.
Okay, not does it?
Yes, we haven't heard from Harriet,
Should've come
and we heard from Livistar, but he's kind of...
Oh, is he okay?
In case people are listening somehow, he is, and he's okay, but he's in hiding right now. The city's in a bit of shambles, as I'm sure you're aware.
It's all politics.
Have you heard from Harriet?
Oh, she's still alive? I thought she stayed down there to work on
well,
the fire after what happened.
New developments might suggest that people caught in that sort of energy might not be gone, but rather misplaced.
I have a real good feeling.
So if that's the case, she might be okay, just not here. Is everything okay? You look like you've been working on something.
I have.
It's nothing that'll get you into trouble, is it?
No. After I heard report of your success out in Ward 6, I've just been working on repurposing another repulsor cylinder so that we could use it somewhere else in the city.
Oh, that's
Even if
wonderful.
nobody in the Artificer Council wants to do it, it would be good to have something
For sure.
in case it's needed.
Yes, Timon and I were actually considering making changes or finding another way to use it, or
I've
make
been
more
working
as
with...
well.
Fuck, what's her name?
What's her name?
Miss Larklight from.
Larklight,
Larklight,
yeah.
yes.
Like,
She's been staying here and helping take care, and working on this
She's a
together.
brilliant mind. She's very helpful.
She is.
Well, we only stopped by just to let you know that we might be leaving Schema for a little bit. I'm a little nervous. It's my first time away from Schema, but we have some unanswered questions about the storms and the energy and some other things that the party and I need to take care of. I just wanted to make sure you were okay and staying out of trouble and that you'll be okay while I'm gone.
I understand. I think the city. Obviously, things are changing in the city, but I think I'll be able to keep my nose down.
That's good.
Ward 1 is usually pretty safe, aside from the explosion that happened down the street.
Oh, yes.
Speaking of, have you heard anything from Fado? Is he okay?
I haven't really heard from him too much. I want to believe everything's okay, but we haven't really followed down that path too much either.
player talk, did we ever find out? Like, there was the explosion and then we snuck away, but there were signs of Galorant involvement.
I think we heard something, but I just can't remember what now. Either way, it's not much.
I think the last thing you heard was that he was one of, like, he worked for / with / was an accomplice. Somehow related to Ezekiel Marijuana.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he was alive.
That was the last thing you heard.
Yeah.
God.
So I don't know when I'll be back. Hopefully it won't be too long, but I'm sure if you need to, or if we need to, we can use Calthier and get in contact with you.
I would ask you where you're going, but I think it might be better if I was not to know, in case for some reason people want to know where you are, and I wouldn't have to lie to them.
I understand. Just make
I
sure
do know that what you did for Ward 6, well, I appreciated it, and I'm sure a lot of people did. You did provide people with an alternative to the way the city is currently run. And the Artificers Council is very much focused on trying to keep the city the way it's currently run. Just with different people at this helm, so to speak.
Sure.
I wouldn't go about talking too much about what happened,
No,
what you did.
I've learned from my friends here it's better to keep my mouth shut in some circumstances.
For what it's worth, there are people, including myself, who are, very appreciate you all very much. And if there's anything we can do to help, let us know.
Certainly.
We just might not be in too much of a situation to help right now.
Well, I think the best thing you can do to help us is just stay out of trouble and stay safe, and hopefully we'll see you sometime soon.
Okay. I'm able to mostly stay here occasionally, and I'll send Larklight. It's good to have another assistant around. You can send her to grab food and supplies.
If you hear from Harriet or Linda or any of these people, will you let us know?
I can try. I'm limited in my capacity to work and reach out to all of you.
Certainly, yes, and we don't want to overburden you with that. It'd be for emergency purposes. By the way, I believe Arkmir may have a package being delivered to you, and then when he does, we will be in contact to let you know where to send it.
Sure. It's fine. If any of you ever need anything delivered anywhere in Schema, you can use this address.
At this point, Tywin comes into the room.
Oh, my name's on
The door opens and you do notice him kind of like recoil a little bit and look like,
Oh,
yes.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to startle you. Mr. Sparkai?
Yes, timing, yes.
I mean, I kind of expected you to know my name at this point. Quick question. Do you know if there is a service in town that delivers messages to Cornhall? I know that we
Cornhall?
have
We could use the card,
time,
but-
but I don't want to spend them.
To Cornhall. It'll be slow. I don't know if there's you. It might be best to try and find a caravan that's heading that way and send a message with them. Probably somewhere in the market district, you'll find people if they're headed anywhere.
Perhaps.
We could use the cards.
Alright, I might do that.
If we
then.
can't find anybody, we can use the cards. Well, we won't keep you long. You look like you're busy, so I just wanted to stop
You look
by.
great though.
Thank you.
Real dapper.
Just want to stop by and say thank you for everything, and hopefully we'll see you soon. And I'll just get down on one knee and give him a big old hug.
And then Astra awkwardly joins.
He hugs you back. And then, for a moment, you see like a look of kind of like sadness pass over his face. And he just like pats you on the back of your leg.
We'll be back.
Is your cape
And I look at
flapping
him too.
while you're
Yeah.
hugging
We'll
him?
be back.
Yeah, my cape is flapping while I'm hugging him.
He like turns around, and, like
Is it
goes
a
halfway,
cape? Is it
goes halfway up the stairs, and like turns around and looks back at you all, and he's at like eye level to you as he's up the stairs. He looks at you and goes, "Take care of him, will you?"
Yes, of course.
Like both of you.
You can
like,
count on
looks
me.
back and forth and like walks upstairs.
This is how it begins.
Alright, well, before I start crying, let's go.
Let's go, big lad. He'll be alright.
And then I'll just go out to the shop and just top up on some things, some little scraps of metals and
This is
different
where
things like
Astra
that.
goes crazy and will kill anyone that tries to.
Father, she already let me die once.
You grab the last
I learned a
remaining
lot from
supplies.
that though.
You grab some of the last remaining supplies.
Yeah, just
that you
whatever
pick up,
supplies I can
loose
find.
odds and ends, and make your way out.
Oh, I'm going to... No, never mind. I'll sell it.
While that was happening, I assume we were just kind of hanging out outside or something, unless you went in.
No, I was actually, thinking about, in this case, just hanging out outside. Also, particularly because of whatever Ezekiel has on me. At this point, I was just like, there isn't really a reason for me to be in there right now, so.
I was going to say, or ask you, this might be a complicated question, but how exactly are you able to manifest your weapons on demand?
To be honest, it's something that I've seen a few people from where I came from. I've watched them and they've been able to do this, but for myself, I've not. It's been something that I've always struggled with. I don't know what changed that day at Freedom Hold.
That was quite the day, yes. It definitely awoke something in you.
It's up. Exactly. And, I mean, I don't remember the day, but since then, I think. I mean, I've been able to do what I've seen some of my peers do in the past. I'm still figuring it out.
Is that something that was trained or taught to your people, or is it a gift given to a selected few?
I don't know if it's a gift, but definitely something that a few of us were trained in.
I only ask because I feel like on this path I've observed a lot and I've learned a lot, and I try to take what I can from the experiences that I have, and this being one of them. I mean, in one of our last encounters, you probably saw that I was able to manifest a weapon of my own, but that takes an extraordinary amount of my energy to be able to do that, and even then it can only be for a limited amount of time. You seem to be able to do it on a whim.
It's. Don't get me wrong. Yeah. This is something I could do. I did not know it required a lot of power or what it is. It's just something that I've known from a young age. Being able to do it now, it definitely is a big deal to me. But like Calthea, what I've seen you do yourself, I don't think is a small feat.
Well, thank you. I find it interesting. I've seen many different things in my time. People are able to do extraordinary things, but just this specific skill is quite unique. I've seen people summon fire and all kinds of different energy, but to be able to harness it into such a precise weapon is quite interesting and impressive.
I won't lie, it's come out of more so desperation than that's something I was aspiring to have.
Curious.
Very curious. Great, but terrible.
Thought I'd ask. Well, it's come in handy, nonetheless.
As you both are standing there, you can't help but look to the side and notice. So just off on the fence, the gate, the
Rufus?
Rufus is sitting there looking down at you both.
You're inside.
After we're done talking, I stare at him for just a few minutes without blinking.
He stares back at
Yeah.
you, not blinking.
So just before we leave, on my workbench in my little workshop, I'm just going to open my bag and take out the purple clothes that I had folded at the Golden Anvil. Is that where we were?
Maybe.
That was the workshop we went?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That's when I took them off. And I'll just nicely, neatly fold them, just place them on my workbench. And then my cape flaps. And then I walk out. Yeah. Hang up the purple clothes for now. Yeah.
Is it like a mood
Yeah,
meter
it's
for
yeah.
the big one? Like,
It's a mood cape.
it's like his tail. Like if he's happy, it's flapping. If it's not, it's just still.
Exactly.
If he's sad, it kind of droops.
It doesn't have a tail though.
It goes between his legs. Probably doesn't reach his legs.
I don't have a tail.
On that note, you see the three of them kind of walking back towards you. As they do, Rufus immediately seeing Timon takes off. Scared of him now. Going to be walking during that.
Bloody bored. I shoot at it anyway without the intent of hitting it.
Do you actually?
Yes.
Oh no.
Oh god.
Oh no, arc hair.
Bloody bored.
You fire off a gun in a very tense,
Well-guarded.
well-guarded neighborhood. It's loud. It makes a loud noise.
Just kidding.
I mean, I heard noises were common in the world of the.
Oh, we should leave.
Okay. All right.
How was
To
your
the
father? Is he alright?
He's keeping busy with Lark Light. They're working on making some more repulsor cylinders.
Oh.
And he just wishes us well, and he'll try and stay out of trouble. But we just had a bullet go off beside us, so let's hurry. I don't want this tied back to my father's place, so
You
Make sure the gate closes, and then I'll just tap the little gargoyle on the head, and then run.
head out of the gate and you immediately start making your way down
Yeah.
the street. As you're kind of running, you round a corner and you do hear from behind, like, guards running and, like, looking around. What was that noise? What happened? One of them is, again, dressed in, like, the armor, and he's the one who's more vigilant
Alert.
about anything. The Iron Cog is just kind of, like, trying to... You overhear them talking. It's fine. It happens all the time.
Just kids.
People experimenting on things. It's okay. And the other guard actually has, like, a sword drawn.
Nice.
You can see he's, like, very vigilantly looking about. probably as the tail end of you guys like just look around and see him around the corner. Head towards the river, across the bridge, making your way to the southwestern gate. Probably able to make your way through the gate into the market ward before it starts to get a little bit later in the day.
Is that 5?
Yes,
Ward 5? Okay.
You find somewhere to spend the night, the Savvy Tradesman or one of the other taverns around this area that you've stayed at. Is there anything you want to do in Ward 5 or continue making your way through to Ward 3 the next day?
This is the market district, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we just assume that we buy some supplies for, like, a possible trip?
Yeah, you can buy some like rations or any of those things that are in the player's handbook. You can just pay that price. And
Oh,
Okay.
look after and see.
Can I also sell my old chainmail?
yeah, sure. Selling chainmail will not get you back the full price.
No, I know. You'll tell me later how
Yeah,
much
I'll
I
tell
get.
you.
Yeah, we can look
But,
at the
like,
book and find what supplies we need. But yeah,
I just want to,
Good call.
like, it's
Yeah.
very heavy on
Yeah,
my
just like
backpacks.
any sort of like quick exchanges and stuff you want to do. As you go to the market ward, you do like you in the Red Street Bazaar. I assume you go there to like sell stuff because that's where everybody sells stuff. You notice the tent for Harrow Shadow Sun, like little setup. You go there closer to the east. You notice everybody giving it a wide berth. First off, people were already giving it a wide berth, but this time it's wider because there's a giant cloaked figure outside of it, hunched down,
nice.
and just like
Giant, like,
taking the
giant?
tent down.
Or
About the same mass, just shorter.
Is this the guy we
Shorter
saw?
and
It's the
wider.
guy we saw in there, right?
Yeah, the guy.
It is.
Yeah. Or
It
the-
is Harrow.
Yeah.
Seems to be taking the tent down.
Wait,
moving
but
on.
And it's
he's,
kind of hard to miss.
He's moving
when
on.
we see him like outside now,
Yeah.
not in the dark. Yeah.
We're
They're
still
on the
wearing like
clock.
the cloaked figure, like cloak and everything, and like his arms are still like gloves.
something
And
in there that I
you
wanted
can
to
barely
buy.
make
Oh,
out
it was the
anything
wands,
of
right?
his shape,
The
but he's
branch.
working on like
1,000 gold.
removing the sort of
we
ropes
didn't
that
buy.
put the tent up. You see like a cart that's kind of set up beside it, and it's like loaded with a couple of really small boxes. To be honest, like not much in there. You are surprised there's even a cart. Just like a small wagon. But the figure and like the mass moving about is so big that it's hard to miss. Very much like almost like a giant pyramid shape. Is what it looks like in like a cloak.
Just see that.
Just moving about, reaching up, and as you notice, like as he reaches up to one of the top of the things, he like stretches up a little bit and like almost comes to like eye level with it, with the top, and like pulls the tarp down.
I have no business with him. I just ignore him. We already talked about him. He'll probably just show up in the next rep state. Anyway.
yeah. Said he was from
Traveling
Celtia.
salesman.
Yeah.
He's a traveling salesman.
He is from Celtia. That is correct.
Continue on.
Oh yeah, I'll just go walk up to him and like, "You leaving so soon, Harold?"
Yes. I got some leads.
That's what he said last time.
For more goods to get.
Some ruins southeast of here. Heading that way.
Isn't that the direction of Sylvia?
Yeah, he mentioned the ruins before too.
Are you heading back to Schema after that, or?
Oh, I don't know. Go wherever the roads take me.
Take care then, and best of luck.
Just the cloak kind of nods. In the like out in the daylight, you can actually see like under the cloak a little bit. It's not like a humanoid face. It looks like wearing like a almost like a mask or like a whale, but there's like almost like a snout.
Hey, he's a fucking dragon.
What?
He's definitely Dragonborn. 100%. Calling it.
For all the goods.
Yep. He talks like a snake, so he's definitely a dragon.
Hopefully, if my path leads me back here, I can sell you some more goods.
Let's see where our paths lead. May not be in Schema. But
Oh, are you planning on leaving too?
one day maybe, but time will tell.
Just continues pulling down the tent.
And I try to pickpocket.
Make a stealth check.
No, I'm not trying.
You don't even know where his pockets are.
I'm afraid of him.
What could go wrong?
Maybe someone
Do
else
it.
in the market, but not him.
You stay in the small tavern in Ward 5, probably the Savvy Tradesman or Savvy Merchant. You make your way, wake up the next morning, just knock off, like, I don't know, 2 gold pieces for food and
Heard it was
Stay.
an arc there. What? Heard dinner and was on Arkmere.
It was on the 3 guys sitting at the bar. Walk by.
Is Lydia still working there?
Yes.
Oh, that's nice.
Lydia and
Show
Cedric.
off.
They recognize you and they,
Of course, they recognize him.
they ask you all some questions about, like, how was the Savvy Tradesman? Was everything alright? We haven't had a chance to go back and visit. Ward 8 has been dangerous. Like,
Perhaps don't go there anytime soon.
I really don't want to write off that investment as
There may be or have been something in the basement.
oh,
That's one of my
something
questions
like
for
mold.
the campaign wrap up.
Wait, didn't we know what it was at some point?
Don't think
Nope.
For some reason I thought.
Well, you may
No,
have told us what it
Drew,
was.
Drew,
said-
Drew went
Told
there.
Yeah.
you, I think.
Yeah, Drew
Yeah.
told me what it was. I forgot what it's called though. Or something. Yeah.
Some slimy creature.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, okay.
You
Good to
might
know.
see the door kind of covered in arrows.
Oh, arrows.
And my blood.
And some blood from this guy.
It sounds like a good story. You will have to tell it to us sometime. You stay there for the night. You wake up the next morning, continuing on your trek, and honestly, the city of Schema looks fairly like back to normal, back to what you were used to in the past. Like, trade is happening. You see a couple of new caravans kind of setting up in the Red Street Bazaar. New merchants coming in.
Ask around, like, these caravans to see if anybody is going to come.
Make a persuasion check.
Persuasion.
Go to Cornwall.
You are going to
You're
deliver
going
something.
to, yeah.
Whoa.
Persuasion 12.
Nice.
You don't find anyone going to Carmel in the near future.
Okay.
You find that most of the people seem to have come from Mernuen. As you ask around, there's a couple of people. There's like, it seems like there was a boat that came in from Mernuen recently, and a lot of people were like not to Schema, but to like a nearby like inlet where people usually will get off the boat and then make their way further north with like any of the goods that they have. You gather that like one of those boats arrived recently, and there's people kind of from that area who are here with like a lot of fabrics and like trade goods from there.
Hi friend, well met. How was the road from Mernwen?
Pretty good. The waters were a bit choppy, but
How long was the trip again?
a few days on the boat and then a few days maybe 3 or 4 on foot.
And that's east of here?
South.
South. Oh, alright.
Just along the mountain. And he points to the mountain side and just like all the way down south.
Not much in terms of storms along the way?
Didn't see anything. We did have a cylinder operator with us.
Alright. Alright. Thank you. Safe
Just
travels.
Discuss that over breakfast at the Savvy Merchant before making your way out.
Yep.
You head out along the sort of river canal towards the entrance toward the cracked gate and make your way along. Go ahead.
Should we notify Ezekiel that we are planning to visit before we get there and just show up?
Doesn't he know?
He might already know.
I mean, he might, but could be.
I guess it
courtesy
doesn't hurt.
When we get to the gate of Ward 3, we can let him know we're in the ward and see when would be a good time to visit.
If you don't mind doing that on my behalf, then
Sure.
great.
When we get there, I will do
I
that.
think he said we were there.
Okay.
Oh, you got the messaging.
Right there. You can send.
Hey, we're there. Yeah, I'll send a message.
How you doing?
You pooping?
Okay. Just going to say, sending to Ezekiel. Hello, Ezekiel. On behalf of Arkmir and the Iron Will, we are in Ward 3 and looking to visit. Let us know a good time.
Hey.
Heavy breathing.
That was getting intense.
He woke up in front of the statue. Hey
Come
there.
over for drinks tonight. Or
Drinks.
Let's go. That's it. That's what I-
anytime in the evening.
Mushroom.
What does he do during the day?
Let's show up during the day. Power move it.
Yeah. Yeah.
He fucks.
He said to stop by this evening for a drink at the lounge.
I said, come over.
You don't know.
I'm gonna count.
You're like messaging Milar suddenly.
So he's aware, I suppose. Assuming you're still up to it.
I do like those apple drinks.
Perhaps this time everyone be a little careful with.
What do you mean this time?
Yeah, everyone.
Yeah. And
Are we allowed to have one drink?
sure, you can do. Honestly, you can do whatever you want. I'm just
Are we
Thanks,
allowed?
letting you know. To be honest, I think maybe we avoid Lyra's show if she's performing. Yeah.
Wire show and buttons.
Yeah.
Mirrors too, if you're me. But
Yeah.
You all are continuing to walk along the river. You, wait another hour or so, make your way into Ward 3 proper. And Ward 3 still seems like it's in a little bit of mess. Like, not all of the lights are on. Not all of the ward is powered as well. Like, there's still some sort of like rationing and stuff happening here. Looks a little bit darker, gloomier, quieter in general, and a little bit like seedier, like similar to how before like there was more of like an element of kind of youths.
Fucking youths.
But also just in general, like it seems like there's a lot fewer people on the streets. You catch like a few people looking at you sidelong as you kind of are making your way through the ward.
What time of day is it?
It's probably evening.
It's probably like midday, a little afternoon when you arrive in the ward. So there's still some time for you. There's something you want to do before going to see Ezekiel.
I don't really know what's in Ward 3 other than the Golden Anvil.
Yeah, it's like Blacksmith Town and
Do you
a
think
couple warehouses.
Gerald will
Oh,
be
right,
happy
the
to see us?
The poor guy.
Hopefully his first grow guy.
Gerald.
The guy that
That's the guy
I
that
heated
you
his
guys-
metal, we burned him, just singed his
Yeah.
hair.
Oh, yeah, I hurt his confidence with my cloak.
Out there. About like when you're in the ward, you're walking through. You catch just out of the corner of your eye a figure following you all.
Okay. They're keeping a distance.
Hey, look, there's somebody following us. Just kidding.
I'm guessing it's hard to kind of make out,
Yeah.
like, just the fact we're being
Make
tailed.
a perception.
Hopefully
check.
it's
like
Alistair.
an active perception check.
Is it a half orc?
That would be cool. We haven't seen him in a long time.
No, natural one.
8.
Hard to make out. You can see people, like someone in particular, like flitting between like through alleyways and stuff. But
I'm gonna go to Arkmir and just let him know. We're being followed since we got to the ward. Several paces back.
Yeah. Can I
Got scared.
try and slip away from the group to get an angle on like who's following?
take a stealth
Now
check.
you're gonna die.
You're gonna do that Assassin's Creed thing where like there's like a crowd you kind of walk into and then all of a sudden you're just gone. So cool.
It's your
As you walk away, I give you guidance.
What does that do?
It lasts for about a minute.
Yeah.
You can use it to add a D4 to
Yeah.
your roll.
Your preliminary hide.
Well, I
as
could add
well.
multiple things here, so I'm probably gonna need it. So that's that. That's a 4. Okay, 20.
You very
started with a
easily
3.
like
So plus 10 spell.
Cool.
you dip into an alleyway and you all
We are
just
all
kind of
still walking.
keep walking.
Hey, Arkmir, where are you going?
Stealthy.
Arkmir, what are you doing over there?
Honestly, none of you even notice, except for well, your speed is back to normal, but you still have disadvantage because you did have one long rest, right?
Yes.
At the tavern, the stabby merchant.
Oh, we
I'm
no
just
longer
like-
have to carry him.
Quickly, kind of just scaling up whatever building I can get
Yep.
to just get an angle here. Do I see this?
You can see the figure. It looks like some sort of a kid, like shorter than normal,
Fucking youths, man.
Bomb.
Is it
just
Dom?
like cloaked and is following you.
Can I sneak up behind him?
Okay.
Sure, make another stealth check, just for shits and giggles,
There's stealth guy.
just to see if you can get there.
I believe in you, though.
Arts and crafts.
That's an 18 before I roll.
Yes, you very easily just
Okay.
circle around, walk down the wall. Walking down walls helps a lot because you're able to approach from like somewhere where there's no way that they would be looking. And they're kind of focused on the group, and they're actually, as you notice, they're getting a little closer. They're not trying to like stay away.
Right. You're getting a little closer, not trying to stay away. Okay.
But you're like just like right behind them,
That's
essentially.
enough. Yeah, follow them a little bit more, but now, I guess as we're getting closer, I'll pull out my dagger and just like embrace them, hold them here while still walking a little bit. Like, what is it that you're doing here?
Make an intimidation check.
Let me go.
No advantage?
I'll give you advantage to your intimidation check.
Oh, well, hope they'll in this case. Okay, second one's a lot better. 23.
They immediately just like put their hands up, and you can see that they're like a kid. They're not like.
I'll fuck you up.
They like turn around. Oh, you're one of them. Yeah. I was told to keep an eye out for people matching your description.
By who?
Dark-skinned man, orange hair, glasses. He said to, if I saw you all, to bring you all to him. He's hiding out somewhere nearby.
All right. Let's.
He said there was some coin in it for me. So.
All right. Let's all. I'm just gonna pick up this kid.
Get off! He just like resigns himself to that.
Come with me, and I'll catch up to the group.
He's probably like less than 10 years old. Like he's not like big. Just like sneaking
Orange
about in this like cloak that's
Less than
like
10
goes
years
all
old
the way
doing
down to
jobs.
his.
Yeah.
God
Dark
damn.
skin,
It's like
orange
Sherlock's
hair.
Dark skin, orange
Kids.
hair, glasses.
All right, so let's get catch up to the group.
Doesn't ring a bell.
Apparently, our little friend here, he's working for another fellow. Wants to see us. Someone dark skin, orange hair. Does that ring any bells?
Does that ring a bell?
Yeah.
Yes.
Who is
Who are we obviously
I
forgetting?
know.
Livid Star.
Oh, wait. shit. Okay.
Okay.
Dark skin, orange hair, half moon glasses.
Oh, well, that makes
like dapper clothes.
No loose ends.
Definitely didn't know that was his description.
Yeah. Well, let us start. Don't worry, we took care of the kid.
You don't have to worry about him anymore.
What's your name, kid?
Tom.
Jeff?
Douglas.
Badger.
Well, that's a good name.
So he is one of the fucking Sherlock boys.
Use.
All right, Badger. Yeah, lead the way,
Come. What's up?
or point the way.
That matches
What's up?
Livid Star's description. What's
You're
up?
like,
I don't think I have a hood. I just flip the cape over.
it's the most dramatic.
I have a
You
You're
need
like
to all, despite your best efforts, like with the big one and with the dwarf and with Kelpier, it's kind of hard to be in, and Astra, it's hard to be in
Hey.
Almeida.
With
Like,
all of us, it's hard to be.
yes, with all you all are a very striking group in general.
Oh, thank you.
Oh my god.
And he leads you down some small alleyways and fairly dark, like alleyways, to like a small hovel of sorts. He knocks on the door, stops again, knocks.
Is he talking to your friends?
Do I recognize the knobs?
There's no, I mean, there is a pattern to them, but that's not like any words that you come
Do you
up
actually say that to Astra?
Yeah.
I just rolled my eyes.
He knows the boy too.
I don't know who the hell he's talking to, but it's not my friend.
with. The door opens, and you look inside, and inside this hovel is very immaculately decorated.
Of course it is.
There's a nice plush orange carpet, dark paneled walls, a comfortable couch that's kind of like set up. It's like
Comfy.
one
fuck.
person with like a cushion. There's like a couple of paintings on the wall, a small writing desk on the corner. It is just one room. It's a very homely room, so to speak. You walk in and like a couple of the torches on either side like light up. Badger, you found them. Good. And you hear Livid Star's voice.
Oh, shit. Sorry, before we continue, Livid Star. Are you from the people that you're obviously hiding from? Are you hiding from Miralar as well?
That's an interesting question.
I ask because he may have an eye on me.
Oh, come in.
Okay.
Like closes the door. First thing you learn when you're hiding is to make sure people can't look in on you. You all have been taking those measures, right?
The thing is he may have seen the whole way of me walking here. Can you cover all of that?
No, but that's fine. I'll move to another safe house if needed.
Okay.
Probably not planning to be here much longer anyway. I was surprised when you mentioned Ezekiel Merilar because I might have a job for you. For all of you.
Oh yeah. I even drew the half moon spectacles.
Go on.
You just seem like you already know Merilar. I believe you're acquainted with him.
We're about to go see him.
Oh, even better.
Kill him.
No, we're not murderers here. I have it on good authority that Ezekiel Merilar is working on something. He's working on something underground. Deep underground. And he may have Harriet Halfstep there. He may have captured her. Something. My sources, actually, I can trust you all with this. You're fine. I have sources in the cistern in Ward 8. It's where all the water goes from the river. Water flows into there, flows back through underground tunnels, back to Ward 3 for the climatology process to continue. The Gold Mandalas have owned it and run it for basically a long time. Their bases in Ward 8 is kind of around that. Because of its convenience of access, the tunnels that the water goes through, they can leverage it for smuggling. It was very important for them, in particular, the Gold Mandalas, and for Ezekiel Merilar. I guess probably in the process of trying to stop whatever was happening at the Spire, Harriet might have drowned, gotten tossed overboard, fallen into the water, float along, and probably was fished out. At least that's what my sources say. They're keeping her down there. Maybe as a hostage, something. I want to get her out. In the process, if we learn anything about what Ezekiel's doing down there, fine. Don't really care. For me, it's literally just get in, get her, get out. She is still the elected chief engineer. We find her, the Artificer Council won't be able to overrule her. We get her out, we get her back in the Prime Conduit Spire. She saved the city with what happened in the Spire. She was able to control it. She'd be a hero. It's the only way I can think of getting the city back under control.
What do you know about the guards, the new guards?
There's people in the Artificer Council who've always believed that the Iron Cog and sort of the chief, the elite Artifice Guard, essentially, were too closely tied to the Artificers in order to be impartial. They needed help with the city threatening to be overrun. It gave them a good excuse to reach out to rivals from Rioviz. Probably what that agent that you all stopped had in mind anyway. If you remember his proclamation, the speech that he gave, he wanted Riovision Alabaster Guard here. For some reason. I don't understand. Maybe it's to expand the influence of Rioviz, maybe it's to provide a route for them to infiltrate our leadership. Perhaps it's just to steal the secrets of how we're able to keep the city safe. I would like to get them out, but I'm just Harriet's right-hand man. She's the one who would be able to do that. With Ward 6 safe, and with the rest of this city sort of coming together, with her in a spot in leadership, we could really, really fix a lot of things. She's a good woman. I trust her. She's the best hope the city's got. And on that note, that's a good spot to end for the night.
But why?
Oh man. Can we just keep going until we get to the part with Ezekiel, and then when we get to Cynthia and then onward?
Let's just keep going until the campaign ends.
Yeah.
That was a good first session back, guys.
Yeah.
There's a lot of talking and a lot of shopping and stuff, but you guys have a few options of what to consider and what to do, and
Do we save Harriet? Do we just go to
Nah, let her
Ezekiel
die.
and get the heck out of here?
More schema quests.
We find Harriet. And then
Oh god. Well, good thing we're ending because I just bumped that.
oh god.
Alright, well, on that note. Alright, bye.
Bye.
Oh, God.